Now, I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
What is up, everybody? Happy Festivus. That's right. It's time for the greatest time of the year outside of Halloween. It's Festivus time, everybody. So this is the 4th annual PCP Festivus live stream, and it's going to be the biggest, the most grandiose Festivus ever. Tonight, we'll be talking about our favorite pop culture things and events of 2021. We'll be airing our grievances. That's right. We got a lot to say about you people. Now you're going to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're also going to be displaying feats of strength and just having a grand old Festivus time. So I hope you got a good old cup of cheer. Speaking of cup of cheer, every time this fellow is near... Fuck, I fucked that up. Every time this fellow is near and dear, I consider him a cup of cheer. It's Hammer Time Holshoe. What's up, my man?
What's up, buddy? I'm wearing my headset so I don't get any feedback to make you happy. That's my Christmas present to you.
Nice. Well, we're not celebrating the commercialization and religious aspects of Christmas.
Oh, well.
We're going
that's
to
my
Festivus.
Anyway. I don't know, man. This is...
I'm just kidding. I'm wearing a Santa hat, man. It doesn't matter. Anyway, thank you for being here. You sound like you're directing air traffic.
Oh, it's got a great surround because it's a gaming headset, so it's not really meant for this type of thing. I have a nice studio headphone set and a condenser mic for when we start the podcast back up. Okay. So it'll sound a lot better than this.
Okay, nice. Because you sound fine. You know what I'm saying? But you sound like you're phoning it in. Speaking of phoning it in, it's Jelani. What's up, my man?
What's up? Hey guys, happy Festivus.
Happy Festivus, brother.
Yeah, but Holshoe, you do sound like you're in the box. No, I'm kidding.
So do you, Jelani.
I always sound like I'm in the box, though. It's great.
All right, speaking of sounding like they're in a box, here for his first PCP Festivus is Manny from Tomorrow Cinema
Station. So excited, y'all. Happy Festivus.
It's a Festivus for the rest of us. I'm happy to have some new faces here this year to air some grievances, because it started with just me and Jelani and Brooks, and I think it was the first live stream that you guys did with me. I was like, why don't y'all come over? It's the 23rd. It's Sunday night. We'll do a stream. We'll be Festivus, right? And it became a lot of fun. So Manny, the newest member of the Excitable PCP crew, and now we have one of our OG members of the Excitable PCP crew here with us for the first Festivus. It's Dashing Drew. What's up, Drew?
What's up? Do I sound like I'm in a box just like everybody else or not?
Nah, you sound great.
Oh, I'm glad. Logitech made a good headset.
You need his headset, man.
I have a Logitech headset.
Yeah.
that G93 does good work, baby.
Oh, I have the DTSX. It's a 5-some series. I don't know. I wanted a wireless and I wanted something that had DTSX.
All right, I'll tell you this. This next panel.
Letters.
Oh yeah, right. This next guest, I was like, this is
Tech baby.
Boring. This is about to get boring. Speaking of getting
Tech
boring,
baby.
it's Verno from Serena.
What up?
I had,
What's going
I had
on?
this whole long thing. I was going to be like, it's a Festivus tradition to bring in people from the outside, though you can't call this man an outsider to the PCP crew, Verno, right? But instead, I had to go with that. I had to go with the bit as they.
It
What's
worked.
up, Verno?
What's up? What up? Thanks for having me,
Happy
dude. I am stoked to be with you guys, man. Happy Festivus, Station One and all.
Hell yeah! Speaking of station and happy Festivus, it's Brooks. What's up, Brooks?
Hey.
You're gonna hold down the bottom floor.
Tonight I got a row to myself.
Yeah, tonight you're the basement show. So how's everybody doing? Merry happy fucking Festivus, man. What's up, everybody in the chat? By the way, I'm sure there's tons of people in the chat. Let's see who's up in here. Tons of people. Where'd John go? There he is. What you got there, John? Are you trying to show off your mic? Yeah, look at him.
Maybe I'll hook this up right now and see if that sounds a little better than my headset.
Right, you don't have to weird stretch about it. It's fine. You sound fine, man.
You're
it's
okay,
fine.
man.
You sound infinitely better. You sound better than Justin. So,
I mean, that's not saying much.
That's true.
Oh, DJ Link's in the house. Is about to head to see The Matrix. I'll catch the holiday rewind. Yeah, I'll watch that one.
Me too.
We got Brandon in the house. Maybe we'll have some spoiler. Here's while I go through the chat. Anybody watch The Matrix? You got a spoiler like I'm not even talking about a review, like a spoiler rating or anything. Anybody?
Spoiler or non-spoiler?
I haven't. I mean,
a non-spoiler rating.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Spoiler rating.
It was so weird. I mean, I probably feel the same way a lot of people feel. I liked it more than a lot of people are gonna like it, but I understand all the problems everyone's gonna have with it, but I was entertained and into a movie for 2.5 hours, and it was great to see those characters and shit and be back in that world. But yeah, it had some issues, but I didn't hate it. I had fun with it.
All right, fair enough. Anybody else?
Was it all?
What would you give out of 5, Verna?
God, it's such a weird movie. I need to watch it like 3 more times before I
but right now, first view, man.
I'll give it a 3.
Okay, I agree with the 3. I was disappointed in this movie because I wanted a lot out of it, to be honest. But I am going to watch it again because I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of Revolutions at first. But this one was a disappointment for me. I'll say that.
It's not what I was expecting, that's for sure.
Is it the Force Awakens of the Matrix?
It's exactly what it is, dude.
Yeah.
It's the Force Awakens.
Manny, did you watch it?
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's the Force Awakens or the Ghostbusters Afterlife of the Matrix. Like it's okay. Again, you got to watch it multiple times probably, but I don't want to sound like a Donnie Cates fan trying to explain why the Hulk is good. I'm not going to apologize for the film. It's a solid 3, at least right now. But
I go with 3 too.
It's I don't know. I hope it gets better. I actually am not happy with some of the casting choices in retrospect. Like in the trailer, I was like, oh, that person is perfect for the analyst. And then like in retrospect, like I didn't dig it when it happened. And so
I did like Doogie
Station,
Howser.
Perry, patient.
But
Station.
Thanks, Perry.
But are you guys big fans? Because I'm a very casual Matrix fan, so I wonder if my expectations are lower because I don't regard the series as being as great as other people seem to love it. You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike it, but I don't think it's like the greatest trilogy. It felt like it borrowed a lot from the Ghost in the Shell manga and the Ghost in the Shell film.
All right, let me direct this conversation then a little bit because it seems like we got some people that want to say something. Jelani, what were you wanting to say?
I haven't seen it. I mean, I'm going off of what you guys are saying, and I'm not liking it. Don't
do that. Watch it.
I'm gonna watch it, of course, but I love the first Matrix. The first Matrix it blew my mind. I watched it on Thursday night. Didn't know what it was. Blew my freaking mind out because I was like, "What is this?" And the subsequent sequels were just like, I was waiting for them and getting prepared for all this. And then I get those other 2 and they're just like, because the third one's just trash to me. And I'm not really excited for this movie. I wasn't excited for it when they first announced it because I was like, oh God, they're going to rehash so much stuff. And I keep hearing these reviews that it's meta. Like it's so meta, like you're just gonna be like into it.
Jelani, I love meta shit, right?
Yeah.
This is too meta.
Yeah.
Like meta in the wrong way.
Like it's on the nose meta stuff.
It's meta while it's talking shit about movies that might be meta, and it's nostalgic while talking shit about nostalgia.
Yeah, like I feel like there was more like philosophical and spiritual like shit in the other ones, where like this one just feels like, you know, fuck sequels and fuck, you know what I mean? Like it was just like it was a different. It was just like it wasn't the right kind of philosophy, in my opinion.
Right.
But again, maybe I need to watch it. Maybe there was shit I missed.
I liked there was a lot of like commentary on social media and all that. The themes were good. The execution wasn't good, but I did like Doogie Howser. I actually liked him quite a bit.
Doogie Howser's in it.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's good though.
You didn't watch the trailer? Yeah, it's. I mean, anybody else watch it here? Drew Brooks.
I haven't watched it yet.
I wasn't gonna watch it like tomorrow, but
I might watch it with my parents.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Me too.
Because I need to let it wash over me. Because I legitimately was kind of into it for the first act.
Yeah, the first hour is good.
Yeah, and then once it gets into it, then
the Matrix.
I just kept going. Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Isn't it like the Matrix at the beginning of it?
Here's the best part is what's her name?
Trinity?
She played Colleen Wing and
Bugs.
Iron Fist. Bugs. Yeah, like what's the actress's name? What's the actor's name? Something Hedrick or something?
Yeah, Headwing. Yeah.
I love Colleen Wing.
She's the best part. It should have just been her movie. I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything.
They don't give her anything, man. They don't give her anything to work with.
I will tell you one more thing. They Marvelize the villains.
Oh, gross.
So they're evil versions of like Neo and Trinity and shit?
What?
No, they just die.
No, I'm just.
They have no backstory.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. Y'all need to watch it on your own.
Ew. It's Jessica Henwick, by the way. We were all close.
I am a huge fan of the Matrix trilogy, and of course, Animatrix and all that stuff. So, I was disappointed, and I mean, I think it's one of my grievances.
Okay.
I'll strike it from the list. Anyway, how's everybody doing? All right, this is Festivus. So now we did start on a
downer,
a lukewarm note there, but we're also trying to get in because this is the last PCP live stream of 2021. So we were trying to do like a year-end thing too, and cover anything that is going to happen or whatever that means. But so real quick, non-spoilery Spider-Man rating. Have you seen it yet, John?
I don't think John can hear us yet.
Messing with that. Is that better? Can you hear that at all?
Wait, turn it up. Turn up the gain.
It does sound better so far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I got a gain. I got two.
That's really good.
I got volume and I got gain.
That's
good.
Yeah, it's very clear.
It sounds like you're in a box, John.
Okay.
Did you watch Spider-Man, John?
I haven't seen it yet. You know, I don't go to Marvel film. No, I'm kidding. I just haven't had. I've been waiting for it to cool down. I'll go next week. I do want to see it. It looks fantastic. I heard nothing but great things, so I definitely go see it. But I've been holding off because there's just so many people, man. It's just everything's overwhelming. And when I went to try to go and visit you today, people.
I know. They were paving the fucking road to the comic shop today. Like
finally,
the Thursday before Christmas.
Today,
they shut down the fucking road, the only road that you can get to our shop in, and they were being dicks about it, man. And actually, I'll strike it for my grievances. But it was bullshit, and we had to deal with that shit all day. And me and John were going to exchange Christmas presents today, and John was like, "Fuck this shit," and just left.
Dude, it took me so long to get there because of the traffic in general, because it's crazy right now. And then I go there I try to get in the front, I try to get in the back. I'm like, you know what? It's my last day at work. I probably should be working. I'm gonna go back home. I was already annoyed, and but I got the next 11 days off. So
hey, then we can meet up then, man. It's no problem. Man. No worries.
I just felt guilty because I wanted to give you a present now because I figured you could use it now with the podcast.
I've been watching them. I'm through the last one I watched was You Only Live Twice, which I actually like, even though it's kind of weirdly racist and sexist at times. But that's James Bond in the 60s, right?
I love Solitaire, man. Solitaire's the best.
I mean, I like it. That's the one
who gets married, right? He gets married.
You fake married. They have to make him Japanese, fake so they give him that fucking wig and.
Oh yeah,
it's so stupid.
Yeah,
but it's the one with Donald Pleasance as Blofeld, where you first see Blofeld. It's the one with the volcano base and all that shit. So,
does he fight Michael Myers in that one?
No, not yet. Not yet.
As in Goldmember.
Jelani, you saw Spider-Man?
Yeah.
What's your non-spoiler rating?
freaking awesome. I give it my non-spoiler rating is a 4 or 5.
Real quick, Jelani, we gotta cut you off because
Sure.
Spilio Station.
My God,
we do appreciate Spilio and Perry because once again we do want to let everybody know Festivus is fun, but it's also very serious. We are collecting tonight for the Human Fund. Brooks, the tagline,
money
if you will.
for people.
Money for people.
Yeah, there you go. So, thank you so much for donating to the Human Fund tonight. We really do appreciate it. In all seriousness, we are collecting funds. The bill is due for the Expo in 2022, and Kevin Eastman is there, John. So I'm very excited about that, bruh. You got to be there this year, man.
I have a weird feeling about him. You know what I'm saying? Not like sexual. I mean, like between the split with him and Peter, and then the whole thing that resulted, and then him selling to Viacom and everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm,
bruh.
Just get the fucking autograph, John.
If Nickelodeon called me and you up for PCP, we'd sell in a heartbeat, bruh.
Yeah, I would.
We'd be like, all right, we'd be arguing over which color bandana we get, man.
Yeah, but I hold them to a higher standard than I do myself.
I'd get slime for $100.
Jelani, you said 4.5 for Spider-Man No Way Home.
I'd say 4.5. It's a great love letter to all of the Spider-Man movies. It's awesome. I think it's by far probably the finest of the trilogy. Like it did a good job building up to this. So yeah, I truly enjoyed it. It's not my overall favorite Spider-Man film, but it's up there.
Nice.
It's pretty fairly decent.
All right. Twitch gave it a 5. 5 you dig. So did like Herm. I think Herm loved it. Have you seen it, Manny?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I took Kyrie to go see it, and I absolutely loved it. I was in an audience that was a little lukewarm. Like everyone was talking about, oh, when so and so showed up, I cheered and this and that. And like nobody in my audience gave a shit. Like it was just crickets the whole time. but it was really good. I didn't think Kyrie liked it that well, but she went to the movies with her mom today, and she wanted to see it again. So
had to have liked it.
Oh yeah, and I mean for a 5-year-old to want to sit through another 2.5 hours. So yeah, it was. I liked it. She liked it. Tiff liked it. It's a solid 4 or 5 for me.
Okay, I can dig that 4 or 5. That's what I gave it on my rating.
It ain't game.
That's what I gave it on my rating on Rockin' Robbie Live. But I listened to old Joe Corallo today talk about it on Comics by Perch.
Jesus.
And
Don't listen to that guy.
He tore it apart, man. In a very funny way. Like, I would encourage anybody to check out that video because the way Joe describes some of the stuff that happens in the movie, you're kind of like, I mean, yeah, he's got a point. And that's kind of a funny way to put it, but I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I love Willem Dafoe in that movie, man. I thought he was amazing.
Yeah.
I finally felt like we got a proper Green Goblin on film. And
a complete monster.
Yeah, man. And just like we always said back in the day, you don't have to put him in a Power Ranger mask. He looks like the fucking Green Goblin.
Right. Looks like Norman Osborn.
And he gets to do that, man. And it's pretty good. Yeah. Did you watch it, Drew?
I haven't, but I want to. I'm probably going to wait for it to hit the streaming, just about everything else, because I'm cheap.
Gotcha.
I wonder what it'll go on. I don't know if it'll stream on.
I think it's supposed to be on Stars first because of Sony's deal with Stars. So it won't be on Disney Plus. My buddy Rex from Dynamite told me he found out it won't be on Disney Plus until like 2023 or something.
Right, because I don't know if they ever put Homecoming. I might be wrong, but I don't think the Spider-Man films are on there, any of them. But I love the crap out of it. My initial rating was 5. Like just when I left the theater and I came home and you were streaming, I was like 5 all day. But I did go see it again, and I had a worse crowd in there too, which it was terrible. Kids and coughing, and it was terrible. But it was amazing. It was an awesome movie.
In mind.
I thought you said coffins. There was kids and there was coffins.
Yeah.
You were at a funeral. There was a Spider-Man funeral.
Yeah. Disgusting.
You went to a funeral by mistake. Like,
right. No, it was like this one kid started talking, and all of a sudden all the kids were like, we can talk during this? And then I was surrounded by it. Like it was 11 o'clock on a Saturday, and I'll never go there again at that time. But the movie was it was a ton of fun. It was super emotional. It was like as much fun as I've had at a theater since Endgame or probably Infinity War, really, as far as like a fun atmosphere for a movie. But it does have its issues. There's some weird motivations at times and things like, really, this is what you're going to do with all these villains.
Yeah, I think over the course of this week, I've sunk my 4.5 to a 4, but I got to watch it again before I can judge it again.
Right. It finishes so well. That's one of the things. You leave the theater emotional in all the right ways. And
it's the opposite of a Marvel movie, dude. The first act kind of sucked, to be honest with you, but the third act was what saved it for me. Like the second and the third acts were like super strong. We're like the later, it was the third act. I guess
the beginning is so choppy because they were trying to fix Far From Home, or trying to wrap that up. And
one thing that Joe mentioned in his review was like, this isn't really a spoiler, but like, why does everybody hate Spider-Man so much? Like, what did Mysterio do to make everybody love him so much over the guy that saved half the universe?
Right. It's great. See, there are things like that in the movie, like 100%. Like, if you think too much about it, there are a bunch of little silly things like that. 100%. That's understandable. But were you not entertained, Joe Corallo? I mean, are you heartless? Did you not cry? Come on now.
It's no Satan's Little Helper.
Yeah, this is the guy that gave Satan's Little Helper. What would we give that? Like a 4 or something, everybody? Like something like that?
Everybody was very kind to give that a 4.
The director actually messaged us. I never messaged him back because Joe was like, see if he'll be on the show. And I was like, I'll do that. Well,
the director of Spider-Man?
No, the director of Satan's Little Helper.
Oh, God.
Very close to. Very close to. Was it John Watts? He's doing the Fantastic Four movie. So
yeah, it was like if he messaged you, it was like, you idiot, just message him back.
I swear to God, if they do this Fantastic Four movie, and they're like, we're bringing back fucking Michael Chiklis, and we're bringing back Jay Underwood, or is it John Underwood? Anyway, the kid from
Jay Underwood.
Okay, we're bringing back Jay Underwood,
the one from the Koran,
the '90s. Yeah. Hey, we're bringing back. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Chris Evans.
Michael Keaton's in it for some reason.
Michael Keaton's playing Batman. Well, Joe, maybe next time you can appreciate it for a little bit more. John Spilio says 5 digs for Spider-Man. Crowd went crazy during the great moments, and yes, I cried a little too. I got emotional in a couple little bits. I'll be honest, I didn't cry, but I got a tug for a couple little bits.
Oh, for Klimt.
Yeah, just a little bit, and the crowd did halfway rupture in those moments, and I was kind of just like, I mean, did y'all not know that was going to happen?
That's true.
Brooks, did you get the chance to watch it yet?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh man, gotta watch it, man.
The people that saw it, did you have closed captioning on your screen? Because I sure did. I was mad. I was pissed.
Were you in America?
Yeah, were you in Spain?
I was sitting there, and I was at AMC, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, "What? So these aren't going off? Nobody's taking these off?"
Nobody went and told them.
Someone was hard of hearing.
Where'd you watch it?
Nobody went and told them. AMC. The rave.
Oh man, yeah.
And
AMC, dude, they are not prepared for that, dude. When I went, it was like,
but
there was like 2 people working concessions, nobody working box office. I couldn't see an usher anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. And like, they were so overwhelmed. Like, every trash can was filled. The theater was packed. Like the biggest theater I've been in since way before the pandemic. And that's because we went to Hollywood, which nobody fucking went to. And nobody they tore that down. Right? This place was packed. There were fucking people. Every time they walked, I'm going to scratch this off my grievance list. Every time they walked down the aisle to find their seat, they had to like pull out their fucking flashlight on their phone. And this one person apparently lost something. Who knows? Maybe a fucking condom. But like, they were like, they had the flashlight going for like 10 fucking minutes. Somebody brought a goddamn baby. So the baby screamed and started crying like every 15 minutes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I feel really confident in not going to the movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the 2 theaters I used to go to both got torn down. And since I have a projector, I'm like, I'm never leaving. I want to go see Spider-Man. I did give in and see Bond, and I do want to see Spider-Man next week, but we'll see.
Do you have HBO Max, John?
Indeed.
You do?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm watching Matrix after this. I haven't seen it yet.
I went through crazy ass shit last night to try to get a free trial of HBO Max.
Yeah.
Because Drew was too slow for me.
Nice seeing you.
For what?
Matrix. When I was like, I gotta watch the Matrix now. Like I'm a fan.
Well, look, you got rewarded.
I was like Festivus present to myself. I'll get a month of HBO Max. Joy. Anyway, All right, we've skirted around the bush. Let's get a little bit more positive here. You know, we were positive with Spider-Man, but let's go ahead and talk about some of our favorite stuff of 2021. We'll start with movie. Now, I haven't watched every single movie that came out this year, right? But I'll kick us off as you all kind of think about it. Mike, you got the link, right? Did I not send you the link, Mike? Mike, did I send you the link? Whatever. Did I not send Mike the link?
I'll send it to him.
All right. So I haven't seen every movie, but I've seen some decent movies. This was the year I got to go back to the theater. I try to keep up with certain things, and I haven't watched everything. I still want to watch Last Night in Soho. I hear really good things about that. If you guys have seen it, like mention it when we get to your bit. But for me, favorite movie of the year, I'm going The Green Knight. 100%. Like
It's a good one.
Freaking adore that movie. I know it's a A24 film, so that should make Mike flip that I rate it so high. But that movie is deliberate. It is very slow paced, but it's still tight at right at 2 hours. I was mesmerized by that movie. No movie that I watched this year did I come home and immediately start researching everything about it.
Dude, it's structured a lot like the story.
I know, right? So I looked up all that shit about the Gowan story, and I looked up all the different theories on the meaning, and kind of meditated and let it ruminate inside of me. Mm-hmm. Bruh, I freaking loved that goddamn movie. You know me. I'm not the biggest fantasy guy, right?
No.
But this was like a creepy, mysterious, deep Kubrick-esque take on fantasy that I absolutely loved. And
absolutely.
It was tight with but it still felt very elaborately long-paced and deliberate. I freaking loved it. Blew me away. Close second is Dune, but nothing else that I've seen this year comes close to The Green Knight. What about you, Hammer Time Holshu?
Does it have to be a film that was released this year? Because as far as films released this year, because I've seen some films I've never seen before that I, recently watched. But as far as films released this year, I probably enjoyed, enjoyed Bond the most, to be honest with you. I was anticipating that for a while. I thought that was a good send-off for Daniel Craig's version of Bond, I'm saying, to wrap up his series of films. I did like The Green Knight, although I had more questions than I had answers. I had to read all this stuff afterwards.
He's dead.
But that Bond I was really excited for. I've been waiting for. There was a lot of great films. One of the films I wanted to see that comes out on Blu-ray Tuesday, and I haven't seen yet, was The French Dispatch. So I'm waiting on that. So
I haven't seen that.
That may be my number one. I was just holding off. It was available digital. Well, I ordered the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray is not far out. So
Look what Joe just said.
Yeah, that might be my number one after I see it, but I haven't seen it yet.
We're big Wes Anderson fans.
What else? Dune visually was really amazing, but I was just, I don't know. It felt like part of a story that's, I need more. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like, I know it's going to be a series of films, and I just felt like there wasn't enough content there. And especially with we'll probably greenlight the second one if this one makes money. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, they just said that to be like, oh shit, we better go see it.
Yeah, we better go see it.
They were always going to make the second one.
Yeah, I enjoyed the cast. I thought the visuals were great. I love those helicopter things look like dragonflies. I did enjoy it. I mean, there was a lot of great stuff this year. But I think Bond, was I most surprised by, just because the returning cast and how it wrapped it up. Was it the greatest Bond film ever? No. Was it the greatest film ever? No. But it was a good way to send off Daniel Craig.
I still haven't seen that one, John. And now that we're doing the Bond revisit for the Bond cast in January, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait until I'm to that point again, right? Get completely caught up. TM Nerdy says Free Guy. That looks so dumb to me, but I heard it was really good. Spilio says the same thing. Awesome. I judged it maybe too early, just trailer based. But anyway, what about you, Jelani? Favorite movie of the year you've seen?
This year, I watched a few things, and I love Dune. By the way, Dune is Denis Villeneuve's. I wish I watched it in IMAX. To be honest, it's visually stunning. The story is kind of light. It ends kind of it shouldn't have ended where it ended. I should say.
I didn't mind the ending whatsoever, man.
Powers and things like that.
What did you
get
mad
when
Fellowship
of the
Did you get mad? Did you get mad in Fellowship of the Ring when it ended and they were still fucking walking?
They're still walking? No, because I knew it was gonna happen. And plus, I didn't know it was gonna get a sequel or not. So yeah, but Dune was awesome. I like Green Knight. Green Knight had its moments as well. I watched it twice just to be sure, and I did enjoy it. Not as much as you guys did, but I enjoyed it. But my favorite movie this year is freaking Spider-Man, because it was my first movie going experience going back to the theater for real, like actually sitting in a blockbuster theater, like people were sitting beside me. You know, I haven't had that in a while, and it was fairly decent. I really enjoyed that movie. It's not my movie of the year yet because I haven't watched Matrix to figure out if I liked it or not. But
I know you. Matrix ain't gonna top it, bro. I know you.
It's not gonna top Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man is freaking awesome, and it's still in my head. It's fairly fresh, but at the same time, I know that it's so far my favorite movie this year. If I wanted to do like the movie I've seen this year that like has blown my mind, I've already mentioned it once before. It's freaking Shogun Assassin.
Shogun Assassin was great.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah. Shogun Assassin is like that. I would have given that my favorite movie of the year.
Instead of hashtag blame Bob, awesome. Instead of hashtag blame Bob, it's hashtag praise Bob for that one. That one's
praise Bob. Bob, man, what a choice of a film, man. It's so freaking baller.
He's pointed me to, like, for me, the best movie that I've watched for the first time this year was Hero, which I had in my collection because, like, our homie Schaefer, like gave me the DVD like years and years ago. He's like, you're gonna like this film, and then Bob recommended it. It's like, you know, I have a copy of that, and I finally watched it. That shit blew me the fuck away, man.
Mm-hmm.
But Green Knight, man, that's the one for me. So you're going Spider-Man, Jelani.
I'm going Spider-Man.
You are not going to like Matrix better than Spider-Man, so feel good with that pick, I guess. What about you, Manny? What do you think?
I haven't watched any of the, like, if you look up like top films, like you said, The Green Knight. I don't know what everyone talks about that on my movie show. People talk about that movie. I have no clue what that movie is. I've got children in the house, so I'm going to give it to Mitchell's versus the Machines. Netflix. Aww. I thought that was really, really good. It was funny. It didn't
animated.
It was dumb, you know what I mean? But it was like dumb fun, and it didn't really talk down to the kids too much. I mean, it acknowledged that kids are stupid, but it didn't like it wasn't pandering. It wasn't fair, right? It reminds me of like the Willoughbys or whatever that other movie is. Like, it's just kind of, it's like, you know, it was good. It was really good. So Mitchell's versus the Machines is probably it. Otherwise, yeah, Spider-Man was really good, and I really liked Luca. Luca was also pretty good. Wasn't as good as other Pixar films, but that one was pretty dope too. So I'm giving it to those.
All right. Dismay wants to know, has anybody seen Pig with Nicolas Cage? I haven't.
No, not yet.
Is Nicolas Cage serving pig now? Does he have a pork restaurant, or is that a film? Or
Twitch says
it's a movie.
I liked it. No Time to Die. But there is a massive plot hole that passes me off. All right, I like that.
He's passed off.
OUG says Willy's Wonderland and Suicide Squad were two of my favorites. I haven't seen Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, Suicide Squad is one of my favorites.
Suicide Squad really good.
Mm-hmm. I love
People Face Bad says Dune was great too. It had a lot of creativity. Plus, I love the heavy tone and color palettes that brought the movie to life even better. I 100% agree.
It was a pretty
Seven Samurai. Was that the first time you watched it? Evil Face Bad. I envy you. That movie is amazing. I love that fucking movie. What about you, Drew? Best movie of the year that you've seen?
Of the year. Let's see. I liked all of the Fear Street movies, like as a unit. I liked Dune, of course. I'm glad you liked Dune, because the last time I talked to you, you were about to watch it. So I'm glad that you did end up liking it.
Haven't talked since then, except for when I'm like, "Hey, can you get this movie? Can you get Fist of Legend?"
Hey man, I'll save it for I'll save it for grievances. No, but if you know me, my favorite was always going to be Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway. It's so good. Yeah, I love Hathaway.
It has so much Gundam.
Is that a movie or a toy?
It's a movie.
It's a movie. I saw it.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't get the context of it. I don't know. Like I know he's like a pirate or something.
He's a terrorist. It's a direct sequel to Char's Counterattack.
I'll have you know that I just dropped $268 on Right Stuff's Gundam sale of just Blu-rays. They had a bunch of stuff on half price.
It is one of the most gorgeously animated movies you'll ever see. Like photorealism. The sound design is incredible. Like it builds on 40 or 50 years of history. It has. I already knew I was going to like it, but seeing it all come together was so awesome. Like I cannot wait for the next one. But unfortunately, with COVID, it's probably going to take a long ass time because they actually have to go to all these locations and get scout it for the photorealism effect and shit.
Sunrise is such a small studio; they don't have the.
You'd be shocked, apparently.
All right, so it's a Gundam movie, you said, right?
Damn straight.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I just don't even know where to start, brother. You know, it's like that's the cinematic universe right there, I guess.
At the beginning.
Shit, yeah.
Start at the beginning. All right, sure.
Start 1979.
I think I'll rewatch Lost again. What about you, Verno?
That's a great idea.
There's a lot of you guys are bringing up tons of stuff that I haven't seen. I haven't seen Dune yet. I haven't seen The Green Knight, like Manny was saying. No Way Home was probably the most fun I had. It probably is my favorite one, but I'll shine a little light on A Quiet Place too. I watched that again. Watched that again last night. It's just tons of fun. You know, very unique. There's not a lot of horror movies that came out this year that actually that's kind of a lie because I loved Candyman. That was a lot of fun.
I like Candyman too.
Quiet Place was up there for sure. Drew, you mentioned Fear Street, which is surprising. That's one that a lot of people would watch that and not like it. But to give them all a try and watch all three of them, it is really cleverly written.
As a unit, they are all I've liked it a lot. All three.
That second one, where it's pretty much it's a play on a Friday the 13th slasher movie. You got a Jason type character.
100%.
That was awesome. That movie, that's one of my favorite movies I've seen all year. That middle section of it, but yeah, I don't watch a lot of new movies. I realized as I was going to put this together, it was I don't know. Halloween Kills doesn't make it, but I'd say Quiet Place was maybe the best film aside from No Way Home that I watched.
That's a good one. I really like that movie. It made me think of what did I think was the best horror film of the year, and honestly, I might give it to Malignant.
I was talking about that movie earlier. I got that one. I have to watch again. By the end of it, I was like, "What?" My girlfriend was like, "This is amazing," and I was like, "This is fucking stupid." But
I watched it a second time. I watched it the second time with the forgiveness that I would have given an 80s Italian film, Malignant.
Who's the director? Johnny? What?
It's James Wan.
Yeah, James Wan.
But it's an Italian horror film. That's what it is. It's a giallo. It's
a B movie.
I was thinking there are things when I first watched it. There were things about it that I hated, and then I was like, I thought to myself, honestly, if Lucio Fulci did that, I'd be cool with it.
All
you
about
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I was like,
I gotta watch it again.
Let me dive back into it with that mindset. I thought that was cool. What about you, Brooksy? What's the favorite movie of 2021 for you?
Probably Dune. Dune is a movie I had no expectations for. But my brother-in-law, he was talking up the original movie. He's like, "Oh, you gotta see it." So I found it. They had it on sale at Walmart. So I watched the original Dune. I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck this movie is even about. I don't understand the character motivations. What is it seemed like it would be a good movie, if I'd read the book and knew what was going on. But then I watched the new Dune, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I understand, they took the time to not without being too exposition heavy too. It's not like they just exposit everything to you. They show, how this world works, why these characters are doing this, and it looks really good too. It's probably one of the best looking movies I've seen in a long time. I love the ornithopters and the Fremen with the blue eyes and everything. So yeah, there's and Jason Momoa, that sexy man.
That sexy man.
His name is so dumb in that though.
His name? You're gonna fault it for his name?
No, I'm just saying that's what it was in, I guess, the original. He does a great job.
I haven't even heard of the beta test, Joe. I heard of that one. I have to check that one out. Let me write that down. All right. Good chat. Let's move on to TV shows. For me, I really thought about it. And I thought about the ratings I gave shows. Now, I have not watched a lot of shows. I am not caught up on shows. I don't try to. I just mainly focus on the things that interest me personally or the things that I think interest the community. You know what I'm saying? So obviously I've seen every Marvel Disney Plus show. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't really want to pick one of them. Right? And then I just don't want to pick one of them. So I started thinking about what show did I follow 100% with my heart and rewatched every episode more than once. This was the only new show I did this for this year. The only show I rewatched every episode. It's fucking Chucky. I'm going Chucky. Chucky cracks me the fuck out. It makes me actually appreciate the movies in the later half of the franchise that I don't like as much more because of what Don Mancini is building with this. It's telling a very interesting character story about these 14-year-olds and their love lives and they're coming into their own. And it's coming of age and finding your identity. And it's the cheesiest, dumbest shit that I should not like, but it fucking works because it's actually well done with stories. In the midst of all of this, you have fucking Chucky. And even though this is a USA sci-fi show, they don't hold anything back. You get the kills, you get the language. It's wild. It's ridiculous. They're using puppets. They don't CG the shit out of it like they did that fucking terrible remake with Aubrey Plaza and fucking Mark Hamill. Like, this is a really fun show. Is it the best show of the year? No, but it's my favorite. What about you, John? Favorite show of 2021?
I would say the one I was most excited about, they're both animes, I'll be honest with you. The one I was most excited about was Attack on Titan season 4. And I thought it started off great. I was hyped up, but they only gave you the first half. That was the beginning of the year. The show that I enjoyed the most that I wasn't expecting to enjoy, that I really didn't even know was a show that caught me off guard was the Super Cub anime.
I knew it.
I love the anime, and it was the tipping point for me buying a Super Cub because I love the anime so much.
I knew it, so I knew it was coming.
And then I'll throw another one in there that's actually live action, something that people kept hyping. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It doesn't interest me. And I end up watching it, enjoying it with Squid Games.
I haven't seen that.
Normie.
Yeah, I end up enjoying it, but it was not my cup of tea. And I was like, this looks like a Korean version of the Jennifer Lawrence. What's the Hunger Games?
That was too muggle for me, man.
Which is a version of Battle Royale, the Japanese version.
You should watch Battle Royale and be better with it.
It's all from the Bible.
True.
So,
which is all from the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Yeah, it's all from that, and then it's all from Atlantis.
Yeah, but watch the Super Cub anime, man. It's so good. But be prepared to go to the local Honda dealership and buy a Honda Super Cub. I'm just
interesting. I wonder what you got coming up for Feats of Strength. What's up, HK Wifey 420? I just love that name so much, man. 420. Right. You know what I'm saying, bruh. OUG says my favorite show of the year was Doctor Who. Flux. TM Nerdy says Stargirl season 2. Haven't seen it. I loved season 1, so I haven't seen it though.
I've heard it's good.
To be honest with you, though, I was talking about the Disney Plus shows. Jelani listed his top 5. I listed mine today at work, and Jay Strake was like, I agree with you. I don't know why he's not here. I knew he wouldn't show up, man. Anyway, here's my top 5 Disney Plus Marvel shows, because we have all 5 of them now, right? Number 5, What If? Number 5, What If? Number 3, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Number 3, Hawkeye. Number 2, Loki. Number 1, WandaVision. So anyway, what about you, Manny? Favorite show of the year? And I know I skipped you, Jelani. I'll get back to you.
Well, for me, favorite show of the year is shit. What We Do in Shadows, the most recent season, was really freaking good. I love that show. shows that I watched a lot of though, Camp Cretaceous, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. I think me and Kyrie have seen that at least twice now all the way through.
Your
So
pop culture
that's pretty
consumption
good.
is pretty much determined by your daughter, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, my
Yeah.
son too. So like he likes the old Hulk cartoon. Like we watch that constantly.
Like the UPN one from the 90s or the
yeah,
60s
from the
one?
90s. Only season. Well, he likes season 2. I don't like season 2. And they decided to make it like Hulk and She-Hulk, and like She-Hulk just kind of took over the show, and she's kind of a one-note character in there. So that's not as good. But season 1 is so freaking good. But yeah, it's dictated by the children. So there's a lot of Bluey in my house and quite a bit of Peppa Pig as well.
Nice. Good picks. I assume. I have no idea, honestly.
Now, is Bluey the dog, the Australian dog or whatever? Is that
He
that
is,
show?
and his parents, they make these little like you're an asshole type comments to the kids all the time. So it's like these little in jokes for the parents. Like, yeah, I get it. But I got mad at it. I went on a rant the other day because I was like, these parents are like their kids say, "Oh, we're playing doctor now," and then the parents just stop what they're doing and they play doctor. What the hell kind of messaging is that for my children? Like parents are just supposed to stop and do what you want to do? Hell no! I'm trying to watch #blame Fable. It's Sunday night. All right. I need some daddy time. I can't just stop and play airplane with you.
That's
all right.
So you're saying the Australians are just setting a bad example.
Yeah.
Are you coming out against Australian people?
I am
John. Hold on, man.
Anti-Australian platform. On, everything in that country wants to kill you. All right. Their cartoons are spoiling my children's brain. I assume they slipped in yo gabba gabba. That is a psyop that they put in to pick up this entire generation of children. Australia is the enemy, y'all. Australia, look it up.
They gave us better watch out though.
But they gave
Australia doesn't exist.
And ACDC.
That's true.
Yeah, they showed children that if you want to bang your babysitter, this is what you do. Like, see, they're grooming children.
You're talking about Better Watch Out. That's not in the Bluey show, right?
not in the director's cut. That's in the Snyder cut.
All right, Dismay said Invincible might be my favorite of the year. Oh, James said watching Arcane on Netflix, really enjoying it so far.
Outstanding.
Spilio says Ted Lasso season 2 is amazing. So I haven't seen that. Actually, Nick Barucci, friend of the show, tells me that one's really good.
Ted Lasso is incredible.
Officially Unofficial Geek says I am surprised, but Hawkeye is like my favorite Disney Marvel show, I think. That's awesome. All right. And we got Mike in the house. What's up, Mike?
There he is.
Got your laptop to work?
Got your mic to work?
Apparently
buddy,
we can't hear Mike.
He started the Festivus stream last year with his mic off too. I'll just remind everybody of that.
He starts a lot of streams like that.
We can't hear you, Mikey.
At all, man. Not at all. Not even a little.
But you look great.
Oh no.
Yeah, you look fantastic.
Now,
look good.
Now it says you're muted. Damn.
You wanted me to drop him out, I think. I understood enough of
sign
ASL
language
to understand that. And I don't know. What about you, Jelani? Favorite show of the year?
Mine has to also. I agree. It's Invincible. Invincible is awesome this year. I really like that show. It got me to start reading I have all of the. Well, I'm up to 6.
It got you to start reading.
It got me to start reading books again, like full series again. I was really impressed with the story of it. I really was invested in these characters. It was fantastic. I mean,
it's my favorite Kirkman book.
I like the art. Yeah, it's too much to love about that. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like Omni-Man being set up to be J. Jonah Jameson, who is I can't remember his name right now. Why can't I remember his name right now?
The actor, J.
Jonah Jameson.
J.K.
Simmons. There you go. Thank you.
It's J.J.K. Simmons.
J.J.K. Simmons. He was awesome as Omni-Man. Think, Mark, think. And it was just that meme jumped off for too long. It's such a great show. That was actually my pick. My live action pick, of course, is Loki. Loki did so much to start. It looks like it will start this multiverse trend that we're getting for the movies for Marvel going forward. I like that. I like that Kang will be involved soon enough. I like everyone that played in that. I watched those multiple times just to see if I missed things. WandaVision was okay. It started off really slow, but it got better.
Okay.
So I really enjoyed. How I feel about the first 2 episodes. You know how I feel about it. It's just I
know how
still
everybody feels about the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's hot trash. But yeah, I'll be okay. But it comes together at the end. I'm sorry, it does. I know. I'll cry when I get in the car. But yeah, it's Invincible and Loki for me for this year.
All right, that's nice. What about you, Drew?
I watch a lot more TV than I do movies. So I've got John mentioned Attack on Titan, which is funny because that was their second best production this year. Jujutsu Kaisen was their best and probably my favorite anime that I watched. Let's see. TV shows for live action. Mayor of Easton was great. So was Heels was shockingly good. Did not expect it to be great. That's the wrestling show with Stephen Amell. They captured small town wrestling and small town living. There's a episode 2. There's a moment where his brother drunkenly tries to get him to go to Crystals, and I had a flashback in my head of when Justin would do this to me, and it hurt so bad. I was like, they is just dead on. And Midnight Mass I really liked. Let's see. Yeah, that's and recurring shows, What We Do with the Shadows, or What We Do in the Shadows, always good. Arcane, someone mentioned, was great. Ted Lasso season 2. I thought it was a down year for movies overall, which I guess because theaters, but TV was hitting this year. I thought there was a lot of great TV.
Movies are getting worse. I'll tell you that. I think.
Yeah,
100%.
they are.
All right, we also got Mike back, so as soon as he shows back up on the screen, because he's blacked out right now, I'll pop him back in. But Verno, favorite TV show of the year?
I'm definitely the most basic bitch of the group here for sure. The only TV shows that I even watched were the MCU shows and Chucky. I just watched Chucky, and I agree that was awesome.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah, it was amazing. But I mean,
Dude,
I'll
that
say
dishwasher kill.
Honestly, I don't even fuck. That's Dylan was like, "Oh, I'm jealous that you get to binge it," and that's why I like when these shows are coming out once a week, and you do watch them twice before the next one shows up. To me, it's all one big red and blue Chucky blur. You know what I mean? But I did enjoy it. I thought it was fucking awesome. I've been rewatching the movies, and it stands up as being as good as any of them. But I will say, my favorite of the MCU shows and my favorite series of the year, one of my favorite things I've ever seen in my life, and I love the first 2 episodes of it. Love them, Jelani, is WandaVision. And it is the one, though, I was just telling my fiance this. It's the one that I'm almost afraid to rewatch because I know I'm not going to like it as much as I did week to week. We were doing episodes, dedicated episodes on each episode, and it was just a ton of fun. I've never in my life been into fan theories and looking stuff up and trying to figure stuff out. But WandaVision was the most fun. Yeah, it was the most fun I've ever had with a TV show at the time because I don't normally geek out on a show like that. But it was awesome. It's super creative, and there'll never be another show like that ever. For them to try that, and for and there's no one that heard the premise of WandaVision that wasn't well, that's fucking stupid.
I know,
but they pulled it off, and they made it. I think it was incredible. And Hawkeye was great too. After the ending of Hawkeye, it might be my favorite of them all. I was enjoying it the whole time, but that finale was phenomenal.
Station Southern Comic Geek, thank you for being here. All right. Brooks, you got a favorite TV show? Mike has disappeared again. This is Mike's bit tonight. I love it.
It's a bit.
Yep.
One of my favorite shows. I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess it's a show, but that Star Wars Visions that
also Disney good
Plus put out with all the kind of 15-minute shorts from different anime studios and stuff. I really enjoyed those. It was just a fun kind of look at the Star Wars universe without all the baggage, that comes with that. they could actually like use some of the characters and actually have fun with Star Wars, like we used to do back in the good old days.
Right.
But live action, I'd probably say I like Squid Game was the thing that was kind of a show that just surprised me with how much I liked it.
Nice.
Like it was just such a interesting, like it makes you think, and like I think that the characters are really interesting in that show, and like the whole situation, and it's a pretty tragic story, but sometimes you need that little shot at tragedy in your life just to remind you of how good you've got it.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite of the Star Wars Vision, Brooks?
The twins, I think.
The twins.
Yeah, the Dark Side twins.
Yeah, that's the Studio Trigger one. They're sick.
Kill guys.
Yeah, you can instantly tell like their animation. It looks exactly like them.
Kill Star Wars, pretty much.
100%.
Kill is awesome. Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, how's it going?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We should have pretended. We should have done a bit like we could.
All right, Mike. Real quick, Mike.
Yes.
Favorite movie of the year?
Dune.
All right. Favorite TV show of the year?
Masters of the Universe Revelations. Or whatever it's called.
Favorite popcorn flavor of the year?
Jelani, I scratched it off my list, honestly. There's a scratch on the list right there because I knew that you would get to that, so just save it. All right. Are you serious, Mike? Are you serious about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You watch this. Watch the second part.
That's cool.
All
right, raise your hand.
That show was fucking dope, bro.
Raise your hand if you're confident to say what your favorite comic book of the year is.
Fairly confident.
All right. I'll start. Mini Desolate Star. Like y'all already know that. You already know why. What about you, Jelani?
I'm just gonna go Invincible because those I just started reading again. So
that wasn't published this year.
I know. Well, then I'll go with. I'll go with Thor. Thor was good. Okay. I like the X-Men, but I like Thor.
I don't think Jelani read the last few months of Thor, but
okay. Which X-Men?
Not the last few months. No, you know which ones I'm talking about. The House of X-Men.
Oh,
everything after
2 years ago.
After everything after.
Jelani, you raised your hand, man. Why did you raise your hand?
I was pretty confident. I told you I've been reading nothing but Invincible.
Invincible. Okay, you read Invincible this year. You really liked
nothing but Invincible. There you go.
I can dig it. What about you, Manny?
Oh, I really want to say like something from Ron B, right? Because I think the crowd's gonna want that. But the truth is, I think Radiant Black's my favorite new book of this year. I love the shit with Nathan at the beginning when he's trying to find his voice. I feel like that's a stand-in for Kyle Higgins. Does he make another Power Rangers book? And then he makes another Power Rangers book. And now, spoilers, now you got Marshall, who's kind of the new Radiant Black, and Nathan's out of the coma. Do we go back to the original Radiant Black? Does Kyle go back to this kind of meta commentary on creating? Or does he go with what's kind of the popular thing? They're Radiant Black and they're like making a YouTube channel and shit. Like they're chasing the praise in this new book. Like I really think that this is it's a much smarter book than people give it credit for. And I think that when it's collected as a trade and as a hardcover, it's going to show that. I think that this is Kyle Higgins writing something really smart that maybe isn't translating issue to issue for people. But I think that at the end, it's going to be phenomenal. So
okay.
Radiant Black.
All right. What about you, Verno?
There's like three. I still haven't put together my like top 10 of the year video yet because there's three that it's between. Layla Star's like the obvious one that was emotional as hell, but the Swamp Thing is the other one. But the one that might be the top is Nice House on the Lake. Each issue of that, the art has been fire the whole time. Concept wise, mystery wise, like the mystery box type of story, it's been super entertaining. Each one, tons of cool characters, fire art. So yeah, that's definitely up there. It's between those three and Red Room. Might as well say Red Room.
Red Room.
It's good. I got to promote that anytime I can. Red Room is the shit.
Murder on the Dark Web for Fun and Profit is the name of the game in the Red Room universe. I love that book so much. I did the very rare graphic novel review.
Sold me. I made sure to buy my copy. I was like, all right, screw it. I've been debating getting that trade paperback, but
gotta get it, bruh. And plus, Ed says that Amazon bought up like over half the print run. So it's going to be hard to get eventually. So.
Ed's always saying, hey, man, they're going quick, man. This is going to be rare, man.
I know, man. He's kayfabing it, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's the best. I love that dude.
Got to get him on the show, man.
For real. Dude, you do.
Speaking of kayfabing, what about you, Mike? Best comic of the year?
I'd have to say it started in 2020, but it continues into 2021. It's Stillwater.
Hell yeah.
So that and between that and Maniac in New York, those are probably my two.
Nice.
Like I said, I didn't really
Ice Cream Man love Silver Coin. I was on Lost in Comics. There's a lot of Silver Coin love over there, man.
Ha Ha also was another good one.
That's pretty good.
I just said my reading was kind of mixed with with September and October, so far behind.
I need to read Shadow
Twitch
Doctor.
is trying to trigger me.
A lot of people talk about Shadow Doctor. The first 2 issues were great, but I fell off of it. But a lot of people mentioned that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, I understand its placement on best of lists this year. Now, Brooks. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, when I was thinking about books like Shadow Doctor, Two Moons were both like on my short list, but then I couldn't remember what the fuck they were about. Like I'd read them and I loved them when they were coming out. I remember saying on channels and reviews, "Oh, these are great books," but I don't remember how they ended. I kind of have the general premise in my head, but I don't remember how any of them ended.
Gotcha. Brooks, you didn't raise your hand, but you read comics every week. So, what was your favorite comic you read this year?
Well, thinking about it, I think the comic that stuck out the most was probably for me was Second Coming, Only Begotten Son. Because to be honest, Marvel, both Marvel and DC have been kind of meh for me most of this year. Like the X books have been kind of getting a little stagnant. Thor's kind of getting a little not bad, but it's not keeping up its momentum as much, Yeah. But I loved every issue of Second Coming, Only Begotten Son. It was just like it was like the first series, but better. It's just a book that just makes me laugh so hard, because it's just a really for the subject matter that it's covering, it would be so easy for it to, feel like it was just mean-spirited, or if it was just, insulting people's intelligence. But it really doesn't. It's just like, a good satirical look at, Christianity and religion and how we, how people think of these things, and, thinking about a perspective like, like what would you think God would think, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think like Second Coming, Only Begotten Son was my book that really like stuck with me this year, I think.
That's a really great book. And what I love is even in its satirical nature, it honors the character of Christ.
Yeah.
Like there's this moment in it, I think it's in the first book, but there's a moment in it, and the first and second book are amazing. And I considered it for my top 10, Brooks. But there's a moment where like Jesus, was it this one where he goes to the theme park, or was that in the first volume?
Yeah, that was this one. That was this
okay.
One, yeah.
So he goes to this Jesus theme park, whatever. Long story short, they wind up throwing him in jail. And earlier, when he was in this Jesus theme park, he was like, "This is awesome. Everybody loves me now." Right? And then they wind up thinking he's a phony, like he's a phony Jesus mascot that sneaked into the park. They arrest him. They treat him like shit. He gets thrown in jail, and he just goes, on second thought, nothing's changed.
I love
and it hit me, bro.
The Centurion security guards. Start chasing. He's like, "Not again.
Not again, Jesus Christ." I mean, literally. Anyway, all right. So now that we've talked about our favorite stuff of the year, it's time to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be airing our grievances, everybody. So get ready. And remember, we're taking donations for the Human Fund tonight. Say it, Brooks.
Money for people.
All right. We'll be right back.
eggs over hard.
Are we back? What's going on here?
I've got no clue.
No, we're still off. We're not live yet.
Oh, it says we're live.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. He brought us back.
Oh my goodness. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, well, I don't know. I feel like we're about to get negative, so I guess keep positive for as long as we can.
Oh, shit, here he is. And I says I don't even own a monkey.
What's up? What's up, everybody? All right. Before we get too negative, I do want to point out that the Festivus poll has been erected, and I do want to spotlight some positive real quick. These are Christmas gifts that I've received over the last couple of days. I won't get the chance to show off. My boss's wife got me this. It's a stress ball man that says boss. That's weird. That's weird because my boss's wife got me that. But they also got me this Aquaman
I want you to
figure.
squeeze my husband.
It's an Aquaman figure. I love Aquaman, so that's dope. They got me this Auburn Santa hat.
War Eagle.
Yeah, War Eagle. War Damn, right? See, Jay Sandlin got me this autographed copy of Gin Hunter #5 to Robbie from Jay, friend of the show. Then my man Brooks got me this Skeletor. I haven't watched the show, but the Skeletor figure looks badass, man.
Yeah, I know. Like, I haven't seen the show either, but I'm like, man, that's a badass looking Skeletor.
This is a badass looking Skeletor. So one thing we like here is
badass Orko too. Like Orko.
Good old Mike got me this.
Oh my God, that thing is gigantic.
It's the damn giant Frankenberry pop, man.
It's to scale.
Mike also got me these cowboy socks.
Ooh.
And these Laker socks.
Eh.
More on these guys when we air our grievances here in just a minute. Somebody bought this on my Amazon wish list, sent it to me anonymously. So whoever it was, thank you. This is the Rocky collection on Blu-ray. Our good buddy James Donahoe got me Vampire on Criterion. Love this movie. I used to have this on DVD, so that was off my Amazon wish list. Our good buddy Blake got me Requiem for a Dream because he misunderstood.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, I was at the shop and they were talking about this movie, and some customer asked me if I had seen it, and I said no, I hadn't. So Blake heard me say that. Was like, oh, I got to get it for Robbie so we can watch it. No, I have seen this movie, but it's not a movie I ever want to rewatch or discuss again.
Right.
So I didn't want to talk to him, so I just said no, I haven't seen it. Right, and so he bought me a copy. But he also bought me a copy of Wings of Desire on Criterion, which is like a German film. I've never seen it, but he says it's one of his favorite films. And he also got me Joe Hill's 20th Century Ghosts because it's got the story in there that's going to be part of the Black Phone movie, whatever the hell it is, you know. And plus, yes, y'all, the Festivus pole is here, an actual aluminum pole that Mike stole from me from a construction site. All right. Festivus tradition begins with the airing of the grievances. And we're going to kick that off with Brooks this year. So, Brooks, I want you to air your grievance.
Well, it hasn't been too bad this year, really. But one thing that was disappointing was the revelation that they're not going to finish out Hickman's X-Men run the way it should be.
I'm now striking that from my grievance list.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, I figured you probably have that on there.
Well, I'll keep it on there for a moment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we want to hear your take as well, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, because, it has been, the X books, like I said, they've been kind of winding down since Ten of Swords. Now, I've learned that that's because they've become too comfortable in this. They're kind of settling into this comfort zone, and so the story, the overall story that Hickman is doing, they're just gonna rush that out, and then try and maintain the status quo, which is pointless because everything, the X-Men is always changing. Like, so why not just let the guy tell his story?
Yeah.
Like Hickman is, because that's what he specializes in. He tells these big long stories that just like go for like,
That's right,
years.
Brooks. Feel the hate.
And then in this like huge culmination that's so awesome and epic. And by the time, like, man, that's why Hickman's runs are so good, is because they always stick the landing. But now they're like taking the landing away from him. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Disappointing. Just fucking disappointing.
What am I doing here? What else you got?
Also, a little disappointed in Dave Chappelle did a comedy special on Netflix, and he said some stuff that I didn't like, I didn't agree with. But he's a comedian, and I like Dave Chappelle. He's really funny. He makes some pretty funny observances.
Brooks trying to get us canceled.
It's not so much what he said; it's how he responded to the criticism of what he said that really kind of like irked me a bit about it. Like,
he acted like an asshole,
this whole
especially in the
crybaby.
high school.
It's that kind of thing, how these famous people like will do or say something like bad, that they know is going to make people angry, and then they like get all crybaby and act like they're the victim or something about it. I'm not saying like I still like Dave Chappelle. I still think Dave Chappelle's funny, but like he's doing the thing like in that
He should have let it go.
He did
after the last
in Chappelle show where the Real Adventures and Keeping It Real, where people would like do something dumb, but instead of like making it right, they just like double down and be like, fuck that, I'm keeping it real.
Yeah.
It's like he's doing that.
That's a great point.
Keeping it real goes
That's
wrong.
the most profound statement about the whole
really
Chappelle thing.
That is right. That's pretty right. Yeah.
Clip that.
Yeah, I just hope he like, snaps out of it. Because I like Dave Chappelle. I think he's a really funny guy.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else, man?
Nah, that's all like my only grievances.
All right. Hammer time, whole shoe. Time to air your grievances.
I don't have anything, man. Everything's good.
Oh, fuck off. Come on, man.
Really, I mean, it's hard. I'm hard pressed to find anything to complain about. Have any problems? I wish people would. I'm not vaccinate the people with holding out and not getting vaccinated. I want things to get back to normal, man. I want to go and hang out with people. I want to everything.
John's trying to get us anti-canceled, man.
Hey, bringing us back.
I want to go out and go to the bar.
I'm fine with it. Go
with Robbie. I want everybody to be happy.
I'm vaccinated, John. We can hang out, man.
Not you son of a bitch. I mean, social. There's a lot of places
like
that
bars.
There's a lot of places
Theaters.
closed or not fully open, or it was saying things aren't normal. I want things to get normal. People quit being douches and selfish, and I want things to go back to normal, man. That's all I want.
Very fair.
And I don't know. I really don't have any other issues. It's been a good year. I have a new job and everything, and we're going to start the podcast up. Really, it's hard to complain. I have things are groovy for me.
Okay. Well, that's nice. What about you, Mike? Time to air your grievances.
I got a few. First one is Hasbro, as the same as last year.
So
you released.
Somebody was going to say that, so I didn't even put it on my list.
You released these really two cool. The whole GI Joe line. It's been
Yes.
good it's been good this year, but it's also been terrible this year. So Hasbro makes a big announcement for.
Hold on a second, Mike. I hate to do this. I really do. But we have a special guest.
Now, I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
What's up, Brian?
I like that. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for being here and completing the whole thing. And right now, Drew is center square.
As he should be.
You're the Joan Rivers of the show.
Absolutely.
Happy Festivus, Brian. We're in the middle of the
Festivus,
airing of the
Robbie,
grievances.
and everybody.
Yeah, man. We're in the middle of the airing of the grievances. So we're going to Let Mike continue on. Sorry for the interruption, Mike, but
it's all good.
We had to give Brian the whole, the whole treatment.
Now I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
Man, it's hard to be mad now. So anyway, Hasbro makes this big deal about releasing these 2 new figures, and 4 figures. It's just different versions. So they come out and they're like the Bat, the Viper, and the Alley Viper, and they're like, "Oh, cool. When are they coming out?" No date. They show up on Target with no date. Then all of a sudden, people are getting them from Walmart, off Walmart.com. Like, what the hell's going on? They're already releasing in China. They're already releasing in the UK. We don't have a date. Where's our date, Hasbro? Like, what's going on? So it's just kind of, and Entertainment Earth was the first one that was available to order. They're saying it's in June. Diamond's saying into January, beginning of February, and Southern saying sometime in the spring. So I have no idea when these things are coming out. So bear with us, G.I. Joe fans. That's going to happen. Also, Hasbro making an announcement for the new wave of Star Wars figures. A lot of people have been after these. It's got the Boba Fett, Fennec, and Migs in the new set. Like, hey, we made this big announcement. They're coming in April. The day they make the announcement, they released in Walmart. Like, what? Like, what's going on? Like these figures are coming soon. Bam, they're in Walmart. Like, all right, cool. And then this week they were in Targets. So it's just a little like, what the fuck's going on with the calendar? Like, it's
Mike is a toy
confusing.
Retailer. Everybody, by the way, just so you know,
it's very confusing. So it's just, I don't get Hasbro this year, which also brings me up to my second gripe, and I know it might be on Robbie's list. But Hasbro's really bad about this, and McFarlane's starting to piss me off. McFarlane Toys is starting to piss me off with this. So they're doing the whole big reveal. Like, I want to do the big reveal before retailers can buy them. So, hey guys, we're live. This is the new figure. Check it out. It's going to be cool. It's going to be great. It's going to be available to order on this date. And then 2 days later, I finally get a picture of it and I can see what I'm ordering. But it's just like, oh no. And I have to order blind off an email, like McFarlane figure 1, DC, McFarlane figure 2, DC. Like, no clue, not sure what they are, completely ordering blind, no picture. And then it sucks. And it's just because McFarlane wants to go live on Facebook and make the big announcement, or go live over Twitter and make the big announcement. And Hasbro wants to go.
Let's not talk shit about Todd McFarlane.
I'm just saying,
he's a soon-to-be friend of the show. You'll see.
Really?
It's
no.
Well, then
I just put that out in the universe. Honestly, I'm just doing some chaos magic.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating trying to order these McFarlane toys, and then by the time I can finally order them and get them, it's 3-4 ways behind what's at Target. And it's just kind of like, hey, McFarlane makes an announcement, and then 2 weeks later they show up in Target, and I can't even order them. So it's just like, what? Why do we even order these? So it's frustrating. That's all. The third gripe that I have is music related. So I used to work in the bar in a music venue, and we never took a percentage at the end of the night from merch. So apparently Live Nation, if you think Ticketmaster is owned by Live Nation, and Live Nation, if you're playing at a Live Nation venue, the artist has to give up 20% of their merch.
Hold on, real quick.
To the venue.
Real quick. Everything expressed tonight is individual opinions and not the expressed opinions of pop culture philosophers and/or Rockin' Robbie Billups.
Not just because of Mike.
Your ass. You used to be cool, man.
He's corporate now. He's corporate now.
Live Nation here.
You changed, bro.
Everything.
You
But
just
no,
wait till
anyway.
you just wait till what I say about a certain fast food chain tonight.
But yeah, so it just
does it rhyme with Marnie's?
So it sucks because like the first time I had experiences, they're like, cool, what were your sales? We did X. Okay, I need 20%. Like, why? Because that's what it is. It's the fee that we charge. Like, you get the bar sales. Like, you get bar sales. We get merch sales. Yeah, but we're a Live Nation venue, so we also get 20% of your merch sales. Completely. Like, what? Like, I had, like, because I never did that when we were booking shows. I remember people asking us about it, but we never did it. And if we did, it was one of those, like, I'm not aware of it, but every time I had to deal with merch, we never did that. So it just blew my mind that Live Nation, it's like, okay, we're going to charge you these stupid fees at the venues, and then we're going to overcharge you for beer and wine and alcohol, and then we're going to take 20% from the artist. And it just sucks because, like, if you're an opening band or a small band, and it's just like, let's just say you did, like, if you did $500 in merch, they're taking 20%, and it's just kind of like, well, damn, there went our gas money because, like, we're a small band, we're not making a lot of money, and so they say it's a vendor fee, but I was gonna say if a major band like Pearl Jam or Radiohead just said, hey, we're not doing this, we don't care. And hell, they might, I don't know. But it's one of those, like, if somebody, I don't know, if the bands and the contract said, cool, we just have to change one thing before we sign it, what's that? Give us 3% of your bar sales because we're the reason the people are here, so we want a cut of that. And it's just like, well, they get a guarantee from the door, but it's just kind of like, well, it's just, hey, sorry guys, you had a terrible night. And but you did good in merch, so we're gonna take that high from you and just take all your money since we didn't make any. So it's just that just kind of pisses me off. That it's just kind of like, oh, cool, we're here to help the artist, but give us 20%. So and they're like, we don't have to do anything. They're like, we don't have to do. And it's just like, well, the t-shirts and that stuff, it didn't cost you anything, and it's just like. And I get what they're saying, like getting some of that stuff is cheap, but you still had to pay. It's like somebody had to design this shirt. Like, it just didn't come out of somebody had to design it, and that design had to be paid for. And like, so don't tell me like the shirts don't cost you anything because you paid for it. And it's just like, well, that shirt did well. It's like, well, we got two shirts. One shirt does well, one shirt doesn't do well, but we still got to pay for it. Still got to pay the designer, that designed it. And sometimes it's rough out of pocket in the front, and then you just make it up in the end. Same with like independents making an album. So those are my three great grievances. So
nice.
It's just all stupid shit.
Didn't mean to bring all that back up for you.
No, I got to deal with it again. So it's just one of those, like, here we go. And then there's a person that I have to deal with in my life that doesn't respond to email. And I don't know why. I feel terrible for having to CC other people about it. But it's just like, I don't understand what, like Robbie, I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about.
I don't know, but I feel like this is personal, bro.
Sorry about that, Mike.
Justin Goldsmith.
I didn't mean to listen to your emails, man.
I could have met Dylan in Cleveland, but he left me high and dry. Never heard back from him.
You didn't tell him. What, he didn't tell Dylan ahead of time that he was being there, man.
I said, hey, I shouldn't be. I told him, like, as soon as the tour was announced, hey,
Dylan, man, he doesn't even know what show he's doing next week.
True, but it's not
Dylan. What I'm saying?
He doesn't even know who his tag team partner is.
All right,
this is more. It's more work related. But
sorry for bringing up all that pain, Mike.
No, it's fine. It's work related. The person that's not responding to the email.
I know what you're talking about.
It's frustrating, man. So it's just kind of like when Jelani sends me a message or Brooks asks me a message about a toy, and it's just like, let me find out. And it's just like 3 weeks later, like I got to call another store and play dumb and be like, hey, I put my order in for this. Do you notice when it's coming in? And they're like, oh yeah, it'll be here on this date. Bam. Like,
Mike's hurt.
Cool. No, it just, it's like when you
like John was like,
it's a grievance.
You know, life's good. Life's good. It's fine.
I'm gonna drive over there and hug Mike.
It's just stuff that frustrates me. It's like Hasbro, work with, like, get your marketing team and your production team on the same page. McFarlane, don't have things solicited ready. Like, don't let people solicit things until you announce them. Like, just cool, do the event, and then, but okay, now they're available to order, and all like Hasbro's good about that, except for this last run on G.I. Joe. So I don't.
All right, Mike. That's why we're here, man. You can just air all of it out, and we're good now. Okay.
So yeah,
his are like legitimate grievances. I'm impressed.
All right, real quick.
Yeah,
Brian, what's up?
Now I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
Never gonna get old.
Yeah.
Happy Festivus, Brian.
Happy Festivus, Robbie. Happy Festivus,
Right, real
everybody.
quick.
Station.
Real quick. Thank
Yeah.
you for being here.
Mhm.
What's your favorite movie of the year?
Of the
out of
year?
what you've seen. Yeah, out of what you've seen.
I might have to go with Dune, but Green Knight was really good too. So
Nice.
you know,
Good picks. Earlier,
but
those were
I
two
realized-
that popped up a lot.
yeah, I realized in going back through, I don't think I watched a whole lot of movies this year. So,
Who did?
However, I really enjoyed both of those a lot. So,
All right.
yeah.
What's your
So-
favorite TV show of the year?
I have to go with probably Ted Lasso.
Dope one.
Okay.
And then runner up would be Foundation.
Okay.
So
Favorite comic book of the year?
Apple shows.
they are both Apple shows. Favorite comic. I'm gonna go with Homesick Pilots.
Nice. Favorite ways to prepare eggs this year?
I'm having to reduce my egg intake, but still over hard.
Now I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
All right, Brian, time
That
to air
right
your
there.
grievances.
My grievances? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot. I guess at one point I was pretty upset with Adele because apparently her new record was what caused a delay in making records for everybody else that might want to listen to music
That's fair.
on vinyl.
Yeah.
I thought it was like
And,
a personal thing, like she cut you off or something.
She probably will at some point. I mean, and then this will all come flooding back.
She cut off the records, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. So
That's a
so,
good
but
album.
however,
just in her defense, that's a good album.
okay, I haven't heard it yet. Kind of still protesting.
It's awesome.
My daughter finds it very funny
I
because
was
she
the
likes
part.
Adele a lot. So
Oh, it's very funny.
yeah, but yeah. So but eventually, on the good side, though, I did eventually get my what's the furthest place from here because it comes with a 7-inch, so pretty dope. And because my local comic book store is so great, they actually put it on the label. It said Brian Weaver Special Comic. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's one.
He bought a ruler. That's what he's saying.
Yes. Yeah. A 7-inch ruler.
That's
Only goes to 7 inches there. But yeah, let's see. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe I've never really done this grievance thing, but like, and I'm not like super mad about it, but I was kind of looking forward to like that kind of second wave of white noise. Yeah.
wait until you hear his album.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be hot.
Hello.
Thank you. But yeah, I don't remember. Oh yeah. The second wave of the White Noise comics. Had some serious delays. Yeah, from Vault. Yeah, like the Giga, Picture of Everything Else, Dark Interlude. So, but I don't know. I think those should be. I don't know. I don't know if any. Yeah, I don't know. I was really excited to finish those series. They are back on track. Okay, good deal.
Yeah, but it always messes with the their placement on year-end lists, doesn't it? It did the first wave, and it's doing the second wave too. Just get them all out in 1 year.
Yep.
Five issues.
I mean, it's been like, I think Giga, is it both Giga and Picture of Everything Else only have one issue left?
Picture has 2. Giga has 1.
Picture has 2. But that seems like that was 6 or 7 months ago.
It was
a long time ago.
March, I think, was the last time one came out. March or April.
Oh, that's longer. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while. That's a good grievance.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
We hate to air a grievance against Vault, but we have to.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. That's what, like, I'm not mad about it, but it's
I
just,
honestly think that's why they waited so long. I think that's why they waited so long for Radio Apocalypse to actually come out, right?
Oh, yeah, get enough issues in the can before they start releasing them.
Probably.
Yeah. So, okay. And third one is similar, and I don't want to have a grievance against Dennis and all, but I was really excited for Chaos Agent to come out, and we have no idea when that's coming.
I don't know, but did you hear that he's going to be doing the Bloodshot segment in the Valiant free comic book day?
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's
excited.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
but
definitely gonna check that out.
I'd rather have Chaos Agent.
I would too.
Because we read the first 2 issues. Me and Brian did.
Yeah, it's so dope.
It's so good, man. Nice. Yeah, those are good grievances, man. Anything else?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I mean, overall, doing good. So
good. Yeah, good, brah. Good. I encourage everybody out there and here, and you, Brian, to have a great 2022.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to work hard at that.
Verno.
Bro.
I've been waiting for this. I want to hear your grievances, man. What has pissed you off this year? Come on. There's been too much like wishy-washy shit, man. Come on. Except for Mike, who really got hurt. Someone order Mike a pizza.
You should have led with Jelani like last year, so he could come with the passion.
He wasn't as drunk. He's not as drunk as he was last year.
That was the beginning of the show.
You guys started with
year.
A Festivus miracle, I might add.
I'm honestly not the type to
you're worth it, Verno.
To give a shit about stuff. Like, I'm not gonna my biggest grievance starts with the X books, but like, do I spend a lot of time being upset about it? No,
yeah, man. I want you to get into it, bro.
But do they suck? Yes, they suck. There's a what's up, Jim?
Yeah,
there's a lot of problems with the X books. It starts with Hickman leaving and Jordan D. White. Like, they don't seem to give a shit about what anybody thinks outside of Twitter. Honestly, and I'll throw Twitter on the list. Twitter's my biggest grievance.
Yeah,
there's a weird thing going on.
Grievance.
I worked in a place that I had access to a lot of people, and sometimes I would just be like, "Hey, what's your favorite Disney movie?" And I would ask people what their favorite whatever was. I would just run like a poll all day, and I remember asking everybody all the time, like, are you on Twitter? Nobody's on Twitter. Nobody is on Twitter that isn't creating something or trying to promote something. So there's not real regular human beings on Twitter almost at all. So it's like, it's not a real, you can't get a read of a room by just reading Twitter. But if you're a comic book writer, or if you get any kind of status doing anything, the first place you go to jerk yourself off is Twitter. So everybody is on Twitter that is doing something like that. So everybody's confused about what people want. And everybody thinks that, like, I don't know, they just listen to that. They keep putting the same shitty writers, the same creators. They don't care about the X books. Mm-hmm. And Hickman leaving, I think, is because of that. Like, I want to blame Hickman. He's part of my grievances, and he's coming up. But I think he left because this is just me just guessing, but I think he looks at the state of what's going on there, and he sees the people that he's working with, and that's why he left. So I blame Jordan D. White and the people appointing the writers in the X office for Hickman leaving, and that's just me guessing. But Hickman pisses me off too, and I should have listened to Robbie and not paid this money for Substack because
it's OnlyFans for comic book creators, man.
It really is.
I went all in too. Like I went all in.
Buttholes of comic book creators?
Yes.
God, I wish.
Yes. It's disgusting. No, I'll say I signed up for Tiny and Substack and I signed up for Hickman's, and I don't know why. I just did it. And I did and this is my fault. Like I paid for the big one. I paid like $250 each, and I've gotten stuff and swag and stuff like that. That's cool. But Hickman has still not put out a full comic book yet. And I don't know if you guys know how long it's been, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Like, what's it been? How long we've been doing this Substack thing? Like 4 months ago?
Yeah, it was like at the end of summer, right?
Right. So that's
So
I've
you're
been paying
paying for him to do nothing?
Dude, they got really
Verno?
they got really into Dune, and they were having a lot of discussions about Dune, and they're posting art and processed art, and they're bringing in like other people and letting them like, oh yeah, write a comic book in this world, but we're not gonna color it or anything. Like you could wait and get the color later. It's really, really weird. It's like they just took the money and was like, all right, we're gonna sell Verno on this shit, and then we don't have any idea what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be 6 months before we have a product to give them. So that's, it's ridiculous. And it is, I paid for the thing, so I'm not like overly mad about it, but it is ridiculous. And back to the X books, the adamantium surfboard. I just got to throw that out there. It's a little thing that was ridiculous. The Benjamin Percy. I was so into these X books, man. And like this got set up in issue number 5. This is such a stupid thing to bitch about. Set up in issue number 5 that Wolverine went to Forge and he asked him to make him something out of adamantium. And 2 years later, it's a surfboard. And it was just like, I don't know. It was just like, it was a spit in the face.
It's a fucking surfboard, bro.
It felt like trolling.
Why wouldn't it just sink?
Right.
Don't they sink like rocks?
Wolverine sinks.
Right. Well, it felt to me like
unless he's swimming. Wolverine sinks unless he's swimming. That's weird, actually, isn't it?
What was I think the Star Wars movie that opened up with Luke Skywalker throwing the lightsaber over his shoulder?
Last Jedi.
Which was like a spit.
Jedi.
You guys were all online trying to figure out what was going to happen, and it was just like making fun of the fans that were actually into it and interested. It was like, oh, it's just this. You shouldn't have been into it. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that's more or less.
Some good ones, man.
Oh, the other thing I'll say, the other people I want to bitch at are the people that are joined the Substack, the other people that are paying for it, because you can like type down in the comments. And none of these people, I guess I'm not doing it either, but it's all the people that are just praising it. They'll drop a little thing. Here's what this one character is going to look like. And all these people, oh my God, he looks so amazing. This is so cool. This is such a great experience, Jonathan.
It's like, because they want to get him on their podcast, Verno.
Well, and it's just because they get off on Jonathan Hickman going and clicking like on their comment. But it's not just
really
there, but
his secretary.
All of the people that are saying like this stuff is great and praising it just because they want to get a reaction from these people on Twitter. Like they're validating all this shit. And you could say I'm doing the same thing with the MCU and all these big popcorn movies and shit that I like, but I don't know, but I like that shit.
But you like what you like.
Right. And but that's the thing. I don't believe these people like what they like. I believe they're just saying shit because they've got the right creators that have the right beliefs that they have. So I'm going to support them. It's supporting shit like that that's giving a lot of bad products out there and letting a lot of shit fly that's not good.
It's cult of personality gone wrong, right?
What he said.
All right, Drew. I want to hear your fucking grievances, man.
Honest to God, when I started this, I really didn't have many, but after listening to you guys, I'm like, yeah.
You're fucking right.
Yeah. So going back, I remember like apparently I did have a favorite comic that came out in 2021. It was Did You Hear What Eddie Gain Done?
Okay.
By Eric Powell and God, what's his name?
I can't remember the other dude's name either.
Harold Schechter. Yeah.
I've heard good things. I haven't read it though.
It's incredible. Like it's like if you're ever interested in like serial killers or like Eric Powell in general, which I do.
It's a constant seller at the shop. We sell one a week.
Well, that leads into my first grievance because I have talked about and my roommate's dog has been on it, but that motherfucker ripped the shit out of that book.
A little bit of dog shaming. I love it.
Like the whole first chapter. Now, luckily, I had already read about halfway when it happened.
Did you have to finish the book like that?
Yeah.
It's good now. I mean, it's on the coffee table and people see it ripped up. They're like, "What's that?" And you're like, "That's what Eddie Gein done." And they're like, "All right, well, I know he wrecked your book, but what are you reading?"
This is how I felt about Eddie Gein. He was a monster, so I monsterized it. No, it's like he was, and then I think about it. It's like, man, that fucking like it's so weird to like be upset at a dog because like normally he's very good, like he's the nicest fucker, like big grin, dumb grin all the time. But then I thought about it. It's like the other really bad thing to happen to me was when so I closed my pool and he had started running across the pool cover, which a 90-pound dog on a pool cover is a recipe for disaster because if he falls in, he's fucked, right? And so we had to start walking him. And one morning I walked him outside and he took off in a random direction. And it was one of the only times that it had frosted. And he made me slip, hit my head on a railing, cracked a tooth over here, twisted my knee up real bad. You can see it more now. Yeah, that tooth. Cracked that tooth, which it doesn't hurt, thank God. And sprained my ankle. And I was like, you motherfucker, why is it always you? Jesus. But that's it's just one of those. It's like, and luckily, like he's gone now. It wasn't even a negative thing. Like the guy my roommate just ended up moving to Florida. But it's like all of the bad shit that happened to me came from that fucking dog. It's just like he just rip up random shit around the house every fucking like. And my roommate did pay me for the things that he broke. Like he understood. Like it's like he was the only guy that could reach up high and grab it and rip it, shit like that. But other than that kind of grievance shit, like I don't know. I'm trying. That's the only thing that's made me mad. I mean, that just in a worldwide sense, the semiconductor shortage is fucking over a lot of things, and I didn't care about it because it didn't affect me until I started playing Final Fantasy, and it made server queues last for hours because they are a problem of their own success and are too popular, which they actually had to stop selling the fucking game. Wow. and that's why it was like we're just simply too popular, and now I gotta wait a couple hours to get into the fucking game. But I don't know.
Yeah.
My
wait
Joker.
To play a Final Fantasy game.
It's the MMO.
Oh.
And it's outstanding. Like two of the expansions are probably like two of the best Final Fantasies ever made. I haven't finished.
Yeah, you're really selling it with a 2-hour queue if I can play the game.
Hey, blame all your fucking high-tech cars and shit also needing these semiconductors.
Hashtag blame all your fucking cars and shit needing these semiconductors and shit. All right. Is that what you got, Drew?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I got to mine the moon.
Sure. All right.
Precious moon medals.
Next up, our man Manny. What are your grievances, bro? Your first Festivus, man. What you got?
Shit. First and foremost, I think that it's important that we get this out of the way.
Cool, man. Well done.
So grievances. First off, Adele, all right? She was my wife, you bitch, all right? I can't believe what you did. No. Adele, is a national treasure. Is a national treasure. First grievance, fucking NBC for canceling Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. That was a great show. And then fuck whoever is in control of that show for putting it on the fucking Roku channel. Nobody has that. My daughter has a Roku TV. I could go sit in her room and watch Zoe's Extraordinary Place, but I'm not going to do that. I want to do that from the comfort of my living room, sitting on a couch, drinking, not an adult drink because there's kids running around, but I want to watch a Christmas special with singing, and I want it to be heartfelt and tug at my heartstrings. I want to complete that fucking cliffhanger, but I can't because your dumbass moved your show over to Roku TV. What the fuck? What the absolute Robbie, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to start shit on your show, but this is ridiculous. You got this was Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. All right. This was musical theater. It was Glee for adults. It was amazing. And it's done now. It's gone.
So fuck NBC.
Fuck NBC.
Wait a minute, is Glee not for adults? Because I've never seen Glee. Is it
Glee is unfortunately way too much for adults. That show is inappropriate as shit. Like the first, like it's supposed to be this heartwarming show, right? But like the first episode, the teacher legitimately blackmails the lead male singer with weed. He like buys weed, hides it in the kid's locker. He's like, "You're gonna be in the Glee club now." What the fuck?
This is why I don't watch musicals.
It's horrible.
Bruno, you should hit the mute button when you do that, bro.
I can't.
That wasn't intentional. That wasn't intentional or anything.
Can't even deal. All right. So fuck NBC. And you know what? That's gonna roll into Universal. Fuck you too for Fast and the Furious 9.
Oh, all right. Okay, yeah.
All right. You son of a bitch. I had to sit there and I have suspended my disbelief for many a film with y'all. Many a film. I have sat here and I have been an apologist for your films for so long. We know ain't shit been good for the last 2-3 movies, but I've been faking it. All right, because the relationship was important to me. I'll sit there, I'll fake it. I got a good Fast and the Furious face. All right, and I've been faking it, and it's time that you knew that, Universal, because now you 9 John Cena, Vin Diesel's brother, and you can tell by their chin? Are you kidding me right now?
I mean, right, bruh.
Oh my goodness. And then Vin Diesel and his the drama has sucked me in, Robbie. Do you know how bad it is when I'm watching a grown ass Vin Diesel throw a baby fight about The Rock dropping out of his franchise? And I'm watching it. I literally had a discussion with my father for 15 minutes today, explaining the greater nuanced detail about how insulting it is for Vin Diesel to call The Rock his little brother. My life, I ain't got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. But I had to deal with that.
John Cena ain't shit. No way. Don't feel bad. I agree.
Oh, dude.
If they have Jungle in the subtitle of the next Fast movie, they'll get The Rock.
Oh, absolutely they will. Speaking of
Vin
the Jungle
Diesel
Cruise,
and Rock won't talk to each other anymore.
Is a horrible film. It's a horrible film, and I wanted to like it. I love The Rock. And that was a terrible film. I literally walked away, and my kids walked away. We came back and like, oh, is this still on? How bad does a Disney movie have to be that a 5-year-old can't get behind fucking animals and The Rock? But it was horrible, guys. That's that. But you know what? This is Festivus. All right. I don't want to sit here and I don't want to talk all this shit about life because this has been a tough year. Y'all, it's been a tough 2 years. All right. And I'm going to sit here and be negative. But if y'all like this and you want to see more, you can definitely check out my Substack. Verno's paying for it already. All right. Y'all can check that out. Y'all can check, or my alternate camera because I clicked the wrong button.
Where do I send the check?
You send checks to Substack?
I don't know.
It's like eBay 2003.
No. I've never written a check in my life. I don't know why I said that. It just sounded good.
So that being said, you guys.
Very well done, Manny.
Those are my grievances.
Oh my goodness. I fucking love that. Well, good luck, Jelani. You gotta top that one, man. Air your grievances. I'm ready. You got a list? Yeah, I love
it. I'm sure he does.
Love it.
Of course he does.
This bullshit.
It's a little Jelani size notepad too.
You should,
Yeah,
by
it
the
is.
way,
Isn't it
Comic Book
perfect?
Jackpot. You should go
I
live with
feel
the
like I
live
should get like a
reaction.
stopwatch right now to see how long this lasts.
Okay, the first thing I want you to
Jesus
comment
Christ.
on Comic Book Jackpot is how you misspelled Festivus, but that's it.
Yep. All right, guys. First of all, I'd like to start off with my original grievance that my grandfather and my uncle passed away this year. I did not expect either one of them to die, and I am still pissed about that. So that I will lead off with the sadness.
Sorry for your loss, man.
It hurt a lot, but it's all good. It's all good. It still bothers me, man. But I'm moving on because I got a list. All right, first, they stopped making chicken livers at Popeyes. I've had chicken livers at Popeyes since Popeyes was made. But because of the pandemic and because of our supply chain issues, I can't get chicken livers. I sat in line for 25 minutes to be at Popeyes for them to say, hey, guys, we can't have chicken. We don't have chicken livers anymore. It's like, when did this happen? And they explained it to me in the thing. And I was like, well, that's fine. You still make chickens, don't you? You pull the livers out and you fry them and you give them to me. I actually had an actual bitch fit in a Popeyes line after waiting 25 minutes and missing my lunch break and being late for work for that.
That's an episode of Seinfeld.
Next, yes, to piggyback off of what Mike was saying, G.I. Joe and Hasbro. Hasbro, you are bullshit. You own your stuff, man. You own like all the property. Nothing is stopping you from making these figures, making a schedule for them, and putting them out on time. Hell, the Valaverse figures are coming out better than what you're doing with G.I. Joe. That shit, I gotta wait like until next year to get like 3 figures that you put out this year and then stuck in a Walmart. On top of Mike getting them, and I gotta ask Mike to do stuff for me to get G.I. Joe figures. He shouldn't have to. It's such a stupid line for you to own it. And it's just shit. Just hot garbage shit. Next, Golden Corral has been closed in Huntsville for like since the pandemic. I just want to get a home cooked meal that I don't have to cook all the time. That's it. I just want to go to Golden Corral, get my fucking food. It is the absolute worst. But you know what? They had food, and I could get it when I wanted to get it, and I'd go away, and I didn't have to cook, and it was great. Fuck you, Golden Corral, for not reopening. Next,
the only restaurant on earth.
There was a pandemic. You know that, right?
There are other buffets. Who cares? Who cares? So, okay, yeah, toys cost way too much now. I am a toy connoisseur. I do not do comics like I used to, but I purchase toys. Toys have gone up in price. The Marvel Legends have gone from like normal, like what was it, $19.99 to $22.99.
And
that's
I
a son of a bitch. Fuck that.
I told you that was going to happen too. I told y'all that was going to happen.
Yeah, you did. It's garbage, and the majority of my figures are all Marvel Legends, and they all cost a freaking fortune to get now. So I'm poor because of it. I can't stand that you come out. The frequency of the toys that come out too much. It's just too much to get. It's too much.
Don't buy
and so like bro. I'm becoming a hoarder with shit. I have to buy them because I want them. I want them. And how dare you make me go through all this shit to get them? And I had to jump through hoops to get those damn G.I. Joe figures. That Major Blood figure? Fuck you, Hasbro, for that Major Blood figure. And all that bullshit involved. 2021, fuck you. And fuck you, Target. Moving on.
Just a valid grievance.
Get them loose, bro.
That damn.
Just wait. You find them loose.
Fuck that shit. I want it when I want it. If I want it now, I haven't had
anybody tell me. I haven't had anybody try to sell me loose Joes yet.
Yeah.
So
not yet. Yeah. Fuck that. So and then Batman Year 2 figure, McFarlane. I'm watching you. You told me that figure was supposed to be wildly available. I ain't found Batman Year 2 not once, and I ain't paying no $100 for no figure with no cape, with no big ass cape. I really want that figure, and I can't get it because I don't know what the hell it is when it's not $100.
You're right.
Fuck you, McFarlane, for that bullshit.
Amen, brother.
Then you got freaking.
But we love you, McFarlane.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're all right, but fuck you for that bullshit.
Todd McFarlane, Toady.
Damn. Okay. Here we go. Now I'm to the list where I bunched a whole bunch of things together. You may not agree with this, you may whatever, but it is what it is. I hate fucking woke culture. I hate it. I hate.
Oh, we're canceled again.
Yeah, I can't stand y'all. I can't stand it because
Bruno just dipped out. Look at that.
Yep. It's the end. I can't stand it because you take properties of things that people like from the 80s, 90s, and whenever, and you're just like, we're just gonna remake it. We're gonna remake it with these Twitter hounds.
Bro.
Like
We've been
says.
doing that for like decades.
I know that, but now it's gotten to the point where we're just like, we're putting an agenda in it, and we're cussing out the fans because the fans don't like what you did, and they're shitting on everything. They Last Jedi everything we've done. Now I am right about Last Jedi. It's trash. It's hot trash, and the reason why it's trash is because you made the shit for Skywalker, whatever that.
Hold
is.
on a second.
That ruins
Hold
an
on.
entire sequel.
Hold on.
What?
Delaney just somehow turned his grievances from 2021 back onto Last Jedi. Nice. Well done.
No.
You know what? That movie came
What
out
I'm
a
saying
while
is,
back, bro.
What I am saying is this. Well, I'm lumping it all together because there's so many shows that came out this year that are just hot shit because we want to A, subvert some expectations, B, shit on what was done before, and then on top of that, gaslight everyone into thinking it's supposed to be this way, and then we don't get the perfect version of what it is. Now, was that Justice League movie or Snyder cut? Was that this year? Did we force to watch that? Or was that last year?
It was this year.
Oh, boy, God.
Yeah, wasn't that shit this year? That piece of fucking shit. Fuck you, Zack Snyder. Fuck you. Fuck you. Man, bruh. Oh my God. Why did you make me watch 4 hours of hot nonsense based on, oh God, let's see his vision. Let's do all this. But it's not just that. It's just the way the woke culture is. The way that we have to ruin things that we used to love. I will never get another Justice League movie in my lifetime that's worth a damn. I will never get I'll never get a Masters of the Universe.
Snyder's the anti of woke culture, by the way. Bullying works. That's the entire point of the Zack Snyder shit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, well, I'm not talking about Zack Snyder per se.
Drew got so loud when he said that. It was so weird.
I just like,
it was like God was speaking. It was like, what's going on?
It's the voice of truth.
Miracle.
It's so much just extra shit. Oh my God. There's no creativity anymore. No one has original thought in their body. We can't make new stuff. Like the Arcane is great. I really wish that they'd come out with new, exciting things. I'm even beginning to enjoy The Witcher. That took a while because I really hated The Witcher at the beginning, but it's really decent now. That season 2 is fairly decent, but it's so hard and few and far between to create original content that people will sit down and watch and enjoy. And we've lost it. Whatever it is, whatever Hollywood is doing right now, they need to fucking slow down. It's just way too much work. They need to, if they're gonna do it right. Get some people that know what the fuck they're doing, and get into a room and talk to them, and then get a focus group and talk to them. And if you see people that are like us, that's the fans
trying to make money.
Talk to the. No, it's not. Because we're not getting. We're not getting what we need.
I love how Brooks is debating
woke stuff because they care about society. They're doing it because it makes them money.
Does it?
It doesn't make them money. That's the problem. It doesn't
More
make them money.
Not, yeah.
Look,
it does tend to make them money.
Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop.
Twitter
We're not getting the second season.
Twitter clicks equals money.
No, it doesn't.
Whatever. No, it doesn't.
Well, we learned that.
I'm not on Twitter to care. No
we
one
learned
cares.
that about the toy industry. They care more about social media, like spotlight and influence, than they do moving fucking product.
That's my grievance with McFarlane, and I forgot a grievance.
We love you, Todd.
I forgot a grievance that I'll come back to later.
I mean,
it's a big one.
All right. What else you got,
just,
Jelani?
It's so much. And finally, I'll mention Jupiter's Legacy. Jupiter's Legacy should have been part of the Martin Millar universe. We should have gotten more seasons of it, but it was poorly made. It was poorly conceived. They didn't really put enough effort into it, and it should have been a great show because I really like the book, and it has one of the best kills ever in a comic book to me. So I just really hate that we never got to see it, and I never really got to enjoy that show the way it should have been.
Yeah,
finally,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it's just a damn shame. And finally, just you fucking guys. No, you guys are cool. You're worth it. And I'm out.
How dare you?
We lost Manny.
Oh man.
No.
We lost Manny.
Something Jelani said offended him. He was
like, I'm fucking out of here.
I love The Last Jedi. Fuck you.
Yeah. Last Jedi is better than Return of the Jedi.
Thank you, Jelani.
No, it's not.
It was infinitely better than that dog shit Rise of Skywalker.
Right. Oh, he's back. There you go.
I concur.
Yeah.
What's up, Manny?
Sorry.
It's okay. All right. I have a list too. The airing of my grievances annually.
How many have you already marked off of that list?
Not many. All right. Number 1. I got a list. So just let me get through this, y'all, okay? Number 1. Steph and Fable for talking shit about Exorcist 3, the greatest psychological thriller of the fucking 1990s. Number 2. Jelani's fucking towel. What's up with the fucking towel? Number 3.
Want to know?
Diamond Distribution.
I don't think we do.
What the fuck, man? Diamond has lost Marvel. They've lost DC. They really need to be impressive right now, and they are anything fucking but. Okay? Next up, What If? What a fucking weird stretch that show What If was, right? Starts good, shits the fucking bed, and everybody acts like it's good because all of a sudden, whoa, evil Doctor Strange is in fucking the new Doctor Strange. Bullshit. Next up, the nerfing of fucking Wilson Fisk and Hawkeye.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God.
Yes.
Hawkeye, great
Yes.
show. Loved it. 4 you digs all the way around on Hawkeye for me. I love this last episode. All the Kate stuff, the Yelena and the Clint shit, that was dope. Wilson Fisk wears fucking like Hawaiian shirts and goofy fucking hats.
Look at the chest.
Like in his office, it's like he's like Tony Soprano's fucking bitch. Like what the fuck is up with Wilson Fisk here? God damn it, that pissed me off. Next up, Brandon from Comics King. He just gets on my nerves. All right, next up.
I forgot to say that.
Spiral from the Book of Saw. This is the first movie I saw back in theaters this year after the pandemic. What the fuck was that?
I could have told you that.
Next up, Conjuring 3. What the fuck was that? I want my fucking money back on that one, seriously. All right. Here's another one. Michael Morisi's fucking internet. The day that he was on PCP, long awaited interview with Michael Morisi, his internet shits the fuck out. I cut it off within before an hour is up. What the fuck, man? Anyway, nostalgia bait movies. You right? You know, we've kind of touched on this, right? I view it as nostalgia bait movies. The fucking Matrix, the fucking Ghostbusters movie this year, even Spider-Man to an extent. It's all just like, bruh, I get it. We're your target audience now. Kids are watching the movies. They're playing video games and shit, and they're playing Minecraft, whatever the fuck it is, right? But you're aiming this shit to us, but slow the fuck down, bro. Even in the newest Spider-Man, Flash Thompson wrote a book called Flashpoint, and then there's a movie that's like Flashpoint, where there's another, it's like they're poking fun at DC, you gotta go to the multiverse. That's what you fucking did. Anyway, pisses me off. How about this one? Carnage's portrayal in Venom 2, Let There Be Garbage. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, yeah, that's right. Carnage has always been a fucking love story between him and Shriek. It's the Joker and Harley Quinn. No, it's fucking not. What the fuck was that, man? That pisses me off. All right, next up, the Los Angeles fucking Lakers. All right, y'all try to sell me on this idea this idea to get all you old fucks on there and get like Westbrook and fucking AD and goddamn LeBron and you're going to make it work. Rondo, D Howard. What the fuck is going on? Lakers, you shit in the fucking bed. I'm lucky if we make the bottom rung of the fucking playoffs so we go up against the goddamn Warriors or the fucking Suns and go out in the first fucking round.
Go Warriors. Go
Cowboys.
Warriors.
I'm kind of cool with you right now, Cowboys. But Micah Parsons should be a pass rusher, okay? And Mike McCarthy needs to get off the fucking field. There you go. All right, next up. Marvel fucking Comics. Y'all are the worst publisher of the fucking year, okay? Shitty ass quality as far as story and paper. As far as the paper quality of the book. Spider-Man this year. What the fuck was that? Like, fuck that. All right, CB Cebulski, I'm sorry. I don't want to get people to lose their job, but get this fucker out of there. He is not
That's
doing
the
a good
Shogun,
job.
baby.
Not doing a good job. And the X-Men, Jordan D. White, y'all already touched on that, so I'll just go ahead and say this. DC Comics fucking prices. DC Comics, you did an okay job this year, to be honest. I'd put you in my top 4 publishers of the year, but $4.99, $1 extra for 8 pages of bullshit that nobody fucking wants, unless Ron B's goddamn writing it. Nobody fucking wants it. Get it. Get rid of it. Lower your prices back down. A cardstock cover for $1 more. All your variants are $1 more. What the fuck, DC? Come on. You're already gouging enough money out of us. Every comic book publisher out there right now, and I mean every goddamn fucking one of them, needs to shrink their fucking line. Because these are rather expensive 20 fucking page pamphlets, okay? Next up, this is my final one. The Hardys on Drake Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Let me tell you something about this fucking Hardys. So a couple weeks ago, we decided we'd do something different for lunch, and I was like, let's try Hardys. I haven't had Hardys in forever. So I got this Hardys Burger Superstar, whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. I don't give a shit. No fucking ketchup. If you understand one thing about me, no fucking ketchup. I get this shit back, there's covered in ketchup.
You're right.
So I sent homie back, hey, take this back. He's like, there's ketchup on mine too. And Jay Strick was like, oh, my chicken fingers suck. So he goes back. Well, apparently this Hardee's closes at 2 p.m. now. Okay? So when he goes back, when he goes back, they go, sorry, we just shut down the kitchen. Can't do anything, but we'll replace it tomorrow.
What?
Bruh, I have not been more broken this year than I was this day. This dude brought back, he called me and told me what the fuck had happened. And I was like, you gotta be fucking bullshitting me. And then the guy goes, when he ordered it, he goes, that doesn't come with ketchup. He goes, okay, well, no ketchup. It was smothered in fucking ketchup, brother. Okay? I'm telling you all this. It was smothered in fucking ketchup. Like they were playing a fucking joke. Anyway, if a Hardy...
extra mayo sandwich. Remember the extra mayo sandwich?
Yes, it was the same type situation.
Yeah.
If a Hardee's has to close at 2 p.m., close the fucking Hardee's. Sorry, okay? It was my mistake to go to Hardee's. There. Trust me, I know. However, I called the district fucking manager. I got his actual cell phone number. I called him. I also called corporate, and I left a survey online.
Jesus.
So
get him.
I talked to the district manager, and you know what he tells me? He tells me, well, we can't do anything now because that location closes at 2. As soon as he called me, he goes, yeah, I heard that you had a problem. I was like, I'm fucked, and I'm pissed off. So once I'm pissed off and I know I'm fucked, it's over. And he's like, we can make it better for you tomorrow. We can replace your sandwich tomorrow. I was like, you give me my money back right the fuck now. He refused to do it. You know what I told him I'd do? Never eat fucking Hardee's again, and I'm putting them on fucking blast. It's the Hardee's on Drake Avenue. Y'all out there in the PCP Army, in solidarity, never eat a fucking Hardee's or a Carl's Jr. again. Fuck those guys. I almost tweeted at them that day, but then I was like, you know what? Practice what you preach. Calm down.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
And we're going to plan a protest for at the next Huntsville Pop Culture Convention.
Those are our grievances.
That's why
I have one that I forgot about that involves you, Robbie.
What is that, Mike?
I'll make this real quick. My return to the theater this year was for that piece of shit garbage bullshit movie, Snake Eyes.
Ha!
You mean that movie?
I didn't go.
Oh, hey, let's see. There's his name is Snake Eyes, so we have to have large fucking snakes, and we have to have dice. Yeah, because he gets his name from Snake Eyes because of the dice roll. Sorry if you haven't seen the movie. Spoilers. He becomes Snake Eyes. Like he's not even Snake. Like he puts the costume on at the very end. That's the last second. Like it's complete bull. And that movie tanked. So guess what Hasbro did? That's when Hasbro raised the prices on all their figures. Also, all these Target exclusives, Cobra Island figures that nobody can find, all of a sudden they're like, hey, let's like a month after that movie has tanked, they're like, we need to make some money. Let's re-release all these hard-to-find figures, but raise the price.
Yep.
And then they sold out. Like, Target's website crashed like on a Tuesday at like 8 o'clock in the morning because everybody was wanting these. They were on like fuck Hasbro for this bullshit. Like fuck
Hasbro.
Like listen to the damn fans and make a decent Snake Eyes movie. But no, like I want to know what that Snake Eyes movie was originally before it was Snake Eyes. Like
because it was something else.
Yeah, it was something else, right?
Yeah, it was something else.
It was a Hellraiser movie retool.
That could have been a better Hellraiser.
All right, y'all.
That's it.
Look at Hellraiser, All right, y'all. Here. We're running long, but it's the biggest Festivus ever. So we've aired our grievances, and you cannot end Festivus until someone pins someone down with the feats of strength. So we're going to take a quick break. Everyone gather your strength. When we come back, our feats of strength, top 5 pickups of the year, station.
Oh, I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
Hey yo. Happy Festivus, everyone.
Happy Festivus. Or somebody wrote it in the chat. Festivus or something? I don't know what that was.
Festivus. You know what? I'm gonna talk about this book. Oh, never mind. Since you weren't there, I was gonna say Reckless. This is another series a lot of people aren't talking about because it didn't come out single issue. Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. This shit's the shit. Did you ever read any of these, Robbie?
No, I have not yet.
Really good, like super good.
I've been meaning to get back to them.
They're worth it, 100%.
All right, it's time for the feats of strength. Top 5 pickups of the year: comic book, toy, technology, whatever the fuck you want. Like, out of everything you got this year, collectible wise, cool wise, your top 5. And you out there in the chat, keep up with this, because remember, at the end of this, you have to vote for who had the biggest, grandest feats of strength. Okay? And then they can pin the, I guess me, I don't know. Who won last year? I don't remember. But we have to crown a winner. Then we can end Festivus. We're going to kick it off with Jelani.
Hi. What's up, guys?
Seriously, what's up with that towel, man? That fucking towel.
I do this because this is my work computer. And if I show my work computer on screen, I will lose my job if they find out. So I have to put a freaking towel over it because I don't have anything cool to put there right now. I'm working on that later. That's why I told you this before, but apparently you didn't remember. So
I just thought it was a funny bit, man.
Why didn't you remember about the towel?
I can't like your Avengers display behind you.
I do have an Avengers display behind me. I just didn't feel like the camera needed to be there right now.
Why'd you move?
All right, Brooks, calm down.
Because the camera. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see my stuff?
I just don't understand.
All right. Get my camera where you can see.
So you there. Thank you.
There. Now you can see my head. There.
You just need a taller chair, Delaney. Just need a taller chair.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I guess feats of strength. I'll start off with my favorite. My first favorite thing I got this year, which I really enjoy, is going to be this Immortal Hulk, which really is an Immortal Hulk. But this is my favorite Hulk figure, like, of all freaking time, and I found it.
70s Hulk, that's dope though, man.
That is dope.
Yeah, he's so clean. He comes with the robot head too, so I don't use that. But
that's the Select, right?
Yeah, this is the Marvel Select one. This is made by Gentle Giant. They also made the Incredible Hulk figure 2-pack with Wolverine. It's in the back over there somewhere. You can't see it. But love that figure. Awesome figure. Next, I'll put these two together because my friend Jake got me one, and then I bought another online. But this is my Megatron. That is my Megatron Masterpiece figure. I absolutely adore it. I gave him the gun for my other Masterpiece figure, which is broken because I tried to transform it. Never transform these. Never transform these. But he's awesome. So I felt so good about getting him that I ended up getting this Optimus Prime with him. I absolutely adore this Optimus Prime. This is like a third party of Optimus Prime.
I love that they got those laser weapon things.
Yeah, and he's got a gun that, if I can remember where it is, because I don't use it. Oh, there it is. There's a button where you can fire a laser.
Lasers, that's cool, man.
Pretty cool. Well, I like that a lot. Then let's see. That's what 1, 2, 3. Try to see where all my feats of strength are. Oh yeah, this is one I haven't opened yet, but I still adore it. I love this pickup. This Battlefield Warriors figure 2-pack with Battle Cat and He-Man. Even though that show was crap, this is pretty decent. This is a pretty decent He-Man and Battle Cat. Love them so. And of course, thanks to Mike, and always thanks to Mike, because Mike does most of the good things. I have this on my child, my children. This is my Sentinel. He lights up in the front when you touch his chest.
Yeah, I got to play with that. That thing is dope, man.
You hold the button,
so cool.
It turns red. It stays red. He has Gambit in his hands right now, or in his tentacle.
What brand is that? This is
a Marvel Legend. This is Hasbro.
Oh,
yeah.
That was the crowdfunded one, the HasLab.
This is the HasLab version. This is a pretty penny. And
how much that cost, Delaney? How much that cost?
It cost some money. Well, it actually cost some action figures. Thanks, Mike. Because if it weren't for Mike me trading this, trading a shit ton of figures to get this, I really appreciate that. And
Yeah, I got the Galactus coming allegedly. We'll see.
Yeah, I want to get that Galactus. I'm gonna find him a third party and do it the same thing. I can't wait. I really, really love this figure. It is in my X-Men display. One of these days, Mike, when you get a chance, like I said, I want to do a Cribs version. Like TM Nerdy wanted me to try to do a Cribs version of my house with all the figures that I have, because I have a ton, and I want to see if you can film it. So yeah, I just want to keep showing them off. Oh yeah, the light's still going. All right, those are my feats of strength.
Nice, Drew. Feats of strength.
All right, let's see. Just things that I got this year. First of all, I want to point out I got a new chair. Finally, a chair tall enough for me. I got a Secret Lab Titan.
Very nice.
XL. So I'm 6'4", and I've never had like an office or a gaming chair like be tall enough where I could actually like lean back and put my head on a pillow or something. So it's very nice that I'm able to actually do that now that I'm in my 30s. And one of my favorite things that I got. My favorite webcomic is Flork of Cows. He's the best. It's so goddamn. I share it all the time. And one of my favorite characters is the Ass Mage, and they made the Ass Mage. The Ass Mage. The ass is the strongest muscle, and he believes in it. And so he'll go up to people and it's like, "Boy, do you believe in ass?" It's some of the funniest shit in the world, and he just turns somebody into an ass, and you just hear like muffled screaming. But other things I got that I really love, I got the. I saw somebody mention the stream earlier, but I got the Demon Slayer complete box set.
I love Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I got the
Robbie,
whole.
You need to watch Demon Slayer.
I got the whole manga.
That is awesome.
Didn't you get like a double volume in there?
I did. I got 2 of number 19, and I needed, and they didn't put number 16, so they actually gave me basically $10 off the total price because they gave me like $30 back for like a $10 novel or $20. So I made $20 off of it already. And
nice.
Another one that I got, it was selling. It was I guess in the realm of toys, except that it's a model that I haven't built yet. It is the RX-93 High New Gundam, real grade. They actually in Japan and like other like big areas where they sell Gunpla, they actually changed it to where to avoid scalpers, you had to pronounce it correctly. So if like dipshit scalpers came in and they said, "Oh yeah, I'm looking for the High V Gundam," they're like, "No, we're not selling it to you." So you actually had to do like a little bit of a fandom test to get it in a lot of places.
How's it pronounced?
High New. It's the Greek letter for new.
Greek, nice.
The and my strongest feat of strength on Black Friday, I called my shot. I said, I think I'm going to get PS5. You know, notoriously meme-worthy, hard to find, right? And I said, you know what? I'm going to buy a few games, like some accessories, because I know I'm going to get it. Easy. 100%. Gonna get it. Black Friday, bought a bunch of games. It's like, I'm going to get it. And Cyber Monday, got the fucker. First try. No, didn't have to wait in line. No fucking problems whatsoever. No horror stories. Got it first try. I was like, I'm done. Got it. Hooked up in there. Looks incredible. Plays like a dream. Done with it. Don't have to worry about gaming.
Hell
yeah.
Well done. Well done, sir.
Well done.
Yeah.
All right, Verno. You're up next.
Whoa. It's funny, man, because I don't collect nearly as much as I did like last year, but I've still bought a bunch of shit this year for sure. I know, mostly books. I bought this thing. If I can do this. This is just this big, badass Children of the Atom X-Men box set that comes with. Let me set it to the side. It's got like 7 or 8 of these little hardcovers that does starts with the Stan and Jack stuff, runs straight through the end of Byrne. So this book right here has everything that Byrne did with X-Men. This one nice, easy to handle hardcover, and I love the shit out of that.
Wow.
It also has like, like the X-Men went on hiatus between, like before Claremont, they were gone for 5 years. It has all of their appearances that they made, like in like Avengers books and other shit, and it does that like through their whole career up to that point. If they ever were featured in something, they have that in there too. So it's dope. It's like an amazing set. This is one of my few sideshow collectibles that I've bought. One of the few like comic book, and this is just the shit. I will say I bought the Wolverine and the Cyclops, and they kind of sucked, and I sold those. But this Magneto is the first one that came out, and it's one of the coolest figures that I own.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's really, really good. It's got a head it's got another head sculpt. Whoa, oh my god! And now it's broken. But it's got another head sculpt with the helmet off and the hair. This is. I wasn't even going to show this one, but when I realized people were voting for who had the best year, I'm like, well, fuck it. Might as well break out all the crazy shit that I bought. This is, if you can see the detail.
It's not the sideshow one, is it?
It's the sideshow one.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
It's awesome.
You was buying baller, my friend.
I was getting crazy, dude. I was getting so crazy. You have no idea. They allow payment plans on sideshow.com. So you can make terrible decisions. You want to see his little feet?
Oh, look at his little feet.
Little feet and everything.
This isn't that kind of show.
You want to
Yeah, this isn't Substack, man.
Set that down without breaking it.
You did such a great job, Bruno. You did a great job.
This is Absolute Swamp Thing Volume 2. These are the shit with the slip. And best part about it, it's weird because it makes you feel weird handling it. It's like mossy. I don't know if any of you guys have ever held one of these, but it's like
mossy
felt feeling.
It's got felt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's they like recolored it. I wonder, has anybody ever seen these books, like the recolored versions of the Alan Moore stuff?
I have not,
because it's like controversial. Some people don't like it, but I love the shit out of it. I'm looking for like just a good page to show. But anyway, they recolored the whole book, and in my opinion, it looks way better recolored. So it's badass.
I mean, it's good to update, right? Sometimes because it was originally colored for newsprint, right? So
right. And last one I'll show, and this is I haven't even read the whole thing, but it's just like it's the shit.
Wow.
Fourth World Absolute Fourth World.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Joe
It is very cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sick as hell. And it's another one. It's anytime they give you this little flappy bookmark, you just feel classy. But
yeah,
I'll show you the. And again, I haven't even read this full thing, so it's like I feel like a poser showing it off. But what I read was pretty dope, and it's something I need to get back.
It's so
to
good.
For sure. But hell yeah, that's those are my feats of strength.
Great
and I'll say I quit my job too, so that's a feat of strength. So anyone out there that's like sick of doing that shit, just quit. You'll figure something out. You'll be fine.
Fucking quit.
Let's get out of there.
Just do YouTube.
Yeah.
Who cares? Do YouTube, buy expensive toys and omnibuses. Brooks, your feet of strength
balances out.
My biggest one was this bad boy. Thanks to somebody, I was able to get the new gray skull. So I'd about given up on it, honestly, but I was glad Mike was able to get me one. It's a toy that has a lot of nostalgic value for me. Like a lot of good memories, The muscle man with the sword. I wanted to try and show off a bunch of different stuff. So for my book, I'm gonna show off my omnibus. Like I got the whole collection up to date so far. Like all five omnibuy, I guess you might say. But yeah, this was a fun read. I really enjoyed it. And I was glad Robbie got those for me. Thanks for that.
That's Battle Angel Alita, right?
Yes, that is what it is. And for my movie, I picked it's Mortal Kombat Legends: Battle of the Realms.
That was an awesome movie.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
This is the Mortal Kombat movie I always wanted. Like it's just so It gives you the story, but it's still it's still goofy and it's still over the top and it's still like super violent. And I love like all the voices you get, especially Scorpion. Scorpion is my bro. And for my game, I picked this one, which I bought earlier this year.
Great game.
This game is fucking good, bro. And the soundtrack, just.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this game has a lot to say about like war and the nature of humanity. It's like I would talk about it, but I don't want to like give a lot of stuff away. It's like this movie this game is a story more than anything, I think. But if you haven't played it, give it a shot. If you have a PlayStation 4, I guess. And last, I got my card. This is a new Chandra from the Vampire Wedding set. Like,
you nerd.
I'm a Chandra collector, so anytime a new Chandra comes out in the Magic set, I have to have her. Like I was Magic Plus when I was like, I'm just glad I got lucky and pulled her.
Nice.
And that was my 5 flexes.
All right. Hammer time horseshoe beats a strength. Who's making so much noise?
It's not me. I was muted. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's Brian. He's like digging through shit. I can see it. He's like left and he's like digging through shit in his background to try to find something.
Some stuff I have to share with my screen so I can show. But one of the things, and this is probably dusty, but I showed this on PCP Army earlier in the year. I went on a kaiju kick, and that was one of the first things. I had a bunch of the individual discs, but then I bought this bad boy, which is the mega collection. It's big. There's a lot of Blu-rays in here. Oh, it's dusty. I don't really like the layout. I wish they were individual cases, to be honest with you. Like the artwork's cool and all, but the discs are in these slots as well, and it just, I don't know. The pages feel kind of like they're gonna separate. It's because the way the pages are put together, but I love the art. The style though is pretty cool. So that's pretty awesome as far as, And then I also picked up this. We're on Kaiju. I still haven't opened it up yet. And and the new Gamera boxes came out this year too. Wherever they're at. Yeah, I bought the different Gamera boxes. I don't know where they're at. So I went on a kaiju kick, but in addition to that, some other things I bought. I don't know how to share my screen. Oh, I can do share, right? Yeah.
I want to see your porn, John.
So
it says feet pic.
It's gonna be Japanese porn, so
Yeah.
Am I sharing it? Okay. So
I see a tree.
Yeah, I bought a I don't know where I'm supposed to put this at.
Bought a Weezer flag?
I bought this drum. I bought a drum kit because I wanted to record some drums because I was doing some guitar stuff.
Nice.
So I bought this electric drum kit. Is it showing it on the screen? I guess I can't.
Yeah.
And then I bought. Cool. I have a bunch of Strats. I'm not really a Stratocaster guy, but I bought this Jackson Rhodes that's on the wall here next to the drum kit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because I really felt like I needed a Jackson. I need something more.
Flexing.
Something with humbuckers, something with the Floyd Rose. So, ironically, I bought a Jackson a Jackson with a Floyd Rose, and then the next week I went and saw Weezer, and Rivers was playing a Jackson Rhodes, not this model, but it was Jackson Rhodes. It was weird because he never plays a Jackson. So I bought a drum kit. Yeah, I bought another guitar, but now I've got too many guitars now. But they're in a different room, and I've had them for a while, so that's the only new one that I got. But my biggest toy was I bought this Honda Cub.
Hell yeah!
Dude, I love the manga. I love the show, and I just got to ride around for fun. It's 125 cc. It is classified as a motorcycle because you have to shift it because the engine's in the center. But it is so much damn fun. I actually went to Chattanooga. My brother and I went and picked it up because it was $1,100 cheaper to go to Chattanooga than buy it in town. And it's I bought it new 2021 Honda, and it's just so much fun. It's not the fastest thing. It's 9.5 horses. But it gets 150 miles to the gallon. It holds 1 gallon.
It is so funny to me just because like I know how tall you are.
Oh yeah.
And like how you sit on that thing. Like you have to look like a fucking scarecrow on that thing.
Yeah, I look weird on it. It's tiny. Because
I was like, that was not made for 6'3" white men.
It was not. It was something that I wanted because they brought it back to the States. It's just kind of this pulp culture. It's part of this Japanese pulp culture because it's in so many animes.
Yeah.
And it appears in so many different things. Weathering with You. It appears in all these different animes. Besides obviously having its own show and its own manga. But it's a really part of pop culture, and it's the number one selling vehicle of all time. They sold over 100 million Super Cubs since its introduction in 1958. 100 million. No, there's no other motor vehicle that's outsold the Cub, and it's super popular, obviously, in Thailand and Japan and stuff. But it's recently come back to the States, and once it came back, I was like, oh, I want one. But I was like, what am I going to do with that? I got a car. I don't need this. Well, and then I watched the anime, and I'm like, oh, I'm such a bitch. I went and bought it. But I'm telling you, it's so much damn fun. People think it's a scooter because it has leg shields, but it's not a scooter. I mean, the motor's in the center. You have to shift it. It's got the bigger wheels. It qualifies as a motorcycle, but it's.
I love the joy that you have in it. Like it is very.
Yeah, it is fun, dude. Awesome. You have I went to Robbie.
You talk about that more than Weezer now.
Yeah, I went to try to see Robbie today at the comic shop, and they were doing the construction, or whatever. And I was so in a pissy mood when I left there, and I went home, got in the Cub, drove around, and I was so happy. So that's all. It's just so much fun to drive around town. And it's so.
Should have taken it off road to get to Robbie.
It handles like a dream, and
be careful, brother. Be careful.
Yeah, I wear a full helmet and everything. I'm kitted up.
He drives around the neighborhood, bro. He goes to like Walmart occasionally.
Yeah, I go to Walmart, Kroger, Walgreens. I just stick to these side roads because it's 4 speed. Okay, it's 4 gears, right? So that first gear is 0 to 5. Second is 5 to 15. Third is 15 to 25. That last gear is 25 to 62. It fucking takes forever to go that far. You know what I'm saying? That's a big gear. So I'm like, oh, I hope the cars behind me are fine with me taking a half hour to get to 60.
Speaking of a big gear, Mike, you're next.
You're muted.
All right. Yeah, I know. You have to bear with me for 1 second. I have to go get something out of the freezer to show you. So I'll be right back.
Better be liquor.
Brian, you're up next. Feats of Strength.
Okay. All right. I'll go. Well, I know I've showed off a lot of original art this year. I didn't want to show anything that I've already shown because, it's already out there. But this is one I got this year. This is Liana Kangus's pinup from the Wailing Blade hardcover they did, where they added a bunch of stories in the back with a whole bunch of different writers like, John Lees, D.B. Andre, a lot of folks and artists like Liana and Gavin Smith. So I was able to pick, but this is the original. So I don't know. It's pretty cool.
So. Hey, to interrupt, but are we going to Brian? Is Brian doing his now?
Yeah, we're on Brian, bro.
All right, I gotta go put this thing back in the freezer.
I can pause.
What?
Do you want to go?
What a weird fucking strike. Go, Brian.
Okay.
Please, Brian.
Okay, I'll go.
He's got to be curious, that's for sure. Like, what the hell is it?
Were we just going to wait on you on like a blank-ass screen, Mike?
Okay, so back to my first grievance about Adele. Got to give a shout out to Robbie and the Deep for getting a hold of the What's the Furthest Place from Here special edition with the
Don't
7
show
inch.
that price, man.
There we go. But it even says Brian Weaver's special comic on it. See that? There we go. So that made me feel really special that day.
Everybody's jealous as fuck right now, bro.
I didn't mean to reveal the price. I apologize.
You fucked
okay.
it up, man.
Okay. So, earlier, I think I've shown off a couple times my commission from Gavin Smith with the Wolverine one. I can pull it back up if you guys want to see it. But he sent me this sketch cover version of Dead Legends 2 #1.
Nice.
With Blind Tiger on it.
Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, I had some stuff going on, and him and Liana put a package together, and this was in there. It was pretty awesome. I really love this. So, and let's see. So went to went to the Deep. Wednesday, new comic book day, and Mike, J Strick, and Robbie got me this thing. I am Armada. So, what?
Oh, shit.
So it does that? Pops out.
You're fucking with the time stream, man.
I am. I'm trying to help Mike out, get his thing ready. So.
I gotta put this back in the freezer.
So yeah, it's really cool.
I know what it is now, man. I remember what he's doing. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But yeah, Doctor Strange is one of my favorite characters, so it was pretty cool.
We gotta get you the cloak next, man.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Would you wear it if we got you a cloak?
I would.
Would you wear it on the stream?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, John. Let's find out what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll totally do that. Yeah, no problem. Last thing, pretty special to me. I had a cat that I've had for like 10 years, and adopted her. She was a feral cat and everything. Had FIV and took care of her. And she passed right before the pandemic. Benjamin Dewey, who did Autumn Lands with Kurt Busiek, he's done some of the that I think it's Joanna book. I don't know. And Beasts of Burden. He's on that book as well. He opened up his commission list and had pets on there. And so wanted to commission a picture of my cat. This is what he came up with. I asked him to do her like a kaiju, and when I took her to the groomers, I used to make them do a full body mohawk. So he, kind of looks like Godzilla's spine's going down there. So he added that in there. Then he asked me to, put up, if maybe it was some structure, that I liked or something like that. And then that's the Space Needle from Seattle. And he pointed out that was much more difficult to draw than he would have thought. I don't know, I think it's a gorgeous piece, and I don't know, it's I don't know. I love that cat a lot.
That's amazing. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. No, it looks incredible, and I know how much it means to you.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, thank you. So, yeah.
Now I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
God.
Why? Why? Nah, man. I have some cat art too that I was going to show, but I didn't want to get emotional tonight. I was like, Robbie, you haven't really drinking in a while. You might want to just not show the cat images. But anyway, really good, Brian. I appreciate that. Mike, you're next, man. Do what you need to do. We're just going to talk amongst ourselves. I don't want to piss him off again. I got to put this back in the fucking freezer. How weird was that, y'all?
Meat or something?
I know what he's doing, man. This is definitely going to win. This is going to win the weirdest stretch of 2021. Trust me.
Should definitely be a topic next year. Weirdest stretch of the year.
Manny, you're going to be next if you need to go to the freezer.
This isn't a feat of strength. I was just asking. This T1000. This is my first of this guy. Is his ass always so loose?
Yeah, I have that one, man. I love
his
that
ass is supposed to be that loose.
It's accurate to the movie.
I have to dig that ass out of the box.
Why do you keep touching it?
Well, I'm trying to show how loose it is.
And you're trying to stick a finger in there, it just comes right out.
All right, y'all. There he is.
Don't
Don't make him put it back in the freezer.
Okay, so as much shit as I give Hasbro, they did a really cool thing. Really cool thing this year. So they listened to the fans and put out a special Zartan that color changes. So that's what he looks like, and it's hot and cold, not light like the original.
I never got one.
I thought it was the Kool-Aid, man.
No, I left that packet at work. Sorry.
You son of a bitch.
Right. So the whole reason is it has to stay cold to stay blue. So if I wanted to show, like, there's my finger over it, and then like there's the white.
What is this? 1991, and it's an Iceman figure? What's going on?
Yeah. So it's just one of those.
Now I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
That's how Zartan should have come out. In fact, that's a grievance with them too. Now bump that. That should have been the regular figure. That should have been the regular figure.
It should have been the regular
bullshit.
figure, but they killed it. So I was going to show off the other ones. They did the Commando Snake Eyes finally.
Yep.
I
got
it
mine
came
here
with
too.
It came with timber, but if you put so it came with timber, which is cool. But if the color change Zartan came with a bunch of additional heads, and it came with the good Snake Eyes head. And the good Snake Eye, and then the Snake Eyes Commando came with the good submachine gun, so you can actually have the closest version to 1985 Snake Eyes that you can. And then this is one that I got lucky and got 2. Got to this was stupid. Getting this was stupid, and this is in the beginning of the year, but the
Viper.
So
I think I'm 3 of those now. 4 of those now.
Yeah, it was.
I wish I had.
We were a lot of us were able to get a lot of that during the
Target
that Target sale. It's up to prices. I don't really have a lot to show off this year, so I'm gonna have to stretch it out a little bit. One of the reasons that it is I picked up my new 70 to 200 Canon lens.
Holy shit, it's a big lens.
That's when you sold all your stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. And I sold off of the stuff to pick it up, and so it's super heavy, but it came in this when I went on tour this past September and October. This was a lifesaver. Like, I did not know how much I needed this lens, and if I did not have it, it would have been a terrible experience altogether. So very, very wise decision for me to do. On the tour, I got to go out west, and I discovered a new soda, and it is Cactus Cooler. So anybody in Texas, Arizona, California, Nevada, New Mexico, you have access to this on a regular basis. We do not. So, but it is pretty dang good.
Is it prickly?
No, not really. And then I was able to find Ting, as you get to see Robbie drink
Ting me boy. Ting boy.
On the show the other night, and it's probably I've been looking for that thing since 2019, and so it's taken me a while to find. Let's see, what else do I have?
I mean, I think you've gone beyond 5, Mike.
Well, the GI Joe was kind of the soda's kind of a 1. The GI Joes. It's all kind of grouped together. Just that's all. It's the GI Joes as a group.
That's how this works. But.
Well, my bad. Okay, blame Jelani and his Future Force, whatever it was.
That was Laser Force.
Laser Force. We're showing off all 5
Laser
vehicles.
Force, son.
So when I got back,
quite baller.
When I got back, I had an opportunity to pick up a record collection that was pretty damn sick, and it kind of put me back in the hole. But I got Huey Lewis, Purple Rain, a crap ton of Zeppelin.
Hell yeah!
It's all stuff from the 70s and 80s.
You're well over 5 now, man.
A lot of there's some.
Are we counting each record as one?
Some Foghat. My bad. I didn't know. I thought I got some Carlos Santana.
We all knew, man.
So Diva, we are Diva, and then I'll end it with this on Parliament. So
okay,
nice. But yeah, it was
well done, sir.
I do want to point out to everybody that Mike went well above and beyond 5, but it's okay. Next up, Manny.
Station. All right. So, I've got a couple of things to show off. Probably my favorite things I've gotten this year are the new era Power Rangers hats. So the Splatter Snapback and the Mastodon. And one day when I can beat the bots, I'll get a Tiger Zord and Dragon Zord hat. But those I got from my beautiful wife Tiffany, as well as the Afterlife Neutrino one.
Wow!
I can never get this thing to. I can never get this thing to like work correctly because
are you gonna buy the pack on the Kickstarter that goes with it or no?
Shit, no, dude. I wanted it, but
it's like $500.
Yeah, it's stupid. But thing is dope. So
that's sick.
I love this thing. I can never quite figure out the sequence to how to get it to work right. So I always look like a dumbass at first, but I love that thing. And then I pick up stuff purely based on nostalgia. Like I don't have a ton of like really cool like collectibles. I shop at a lot of like garage sales and whatnot auctions and stuff. But I got I think I've got the full line now of the Quiero Taco Bell guys.
When Taco Bell gave a shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yep. I have that one. The one you have in your hand. Yeah. I still have that one.
If they're bringing back the Mexican pizza, they clearly care, Robbie.
The Godzilla one.
You know it's going to be for a limited time, bro.
No kidding.
Got those. And then probably the coolest pickup of the year for me anyway. This thing's kind of been a lifesaver for me. And I wasn't sure exactly if it was going to be, but the DJI Pocket 2. This is the new convention camera. So it shoots in 4K. It's on its own stabilized gimbal, so I don't have to worry about moving around. It's got a wireless mic pack that comes with it, and it sits on its own tripod. So if you're at a convention and you want to do interviews, things like that, you can do all of that right from this. And it's such a small profile. And then I got the extra battery pack, so it holds, a hell of a long charge. But
it's a fucking sonic screwdriver, man.
Exactly. So yeah, this thing is dope. And,
that looks awesome.
And it's replaced my like having to bring my DSLR to like family events and stuff because it still shoots still images. It's got a small sensor, so you have to deal with light issues sometimes, but it's still a really solid, just everyday shooter, easy to carry around. And then I got this from Kenny Caps. This is like my first like cool comic book art page that I've ever gotten. This is from Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Dope.
Which I just kind of took a shit on when I was reviewing their Clone Saga for this week's video, but either way, I still really dig this art. So
yeah, that's awesome.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. So I got that from Kenny Caps over on Caps on Comics. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Where'd you get that hat? Because that hat looks great on you, Manny. I just want to throw that in there. Sorry, go on.
This?
It looks great. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's I believe it came from Walmart. It's a very fine haberdashery.
I don't know if we have those here.
Yeah.
All right. For me, honorable mention. My girlfriend Jamie got me this Dark Side with the cloth cape.
Nice.
That's dope.
She did. I was gonna buy that. Yeah.
But that's an honorable mention. All right. Number 5. This bad boy right there.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I still haven't found that car.
Turned out to be rather hard to get. The power of pre-ordering. You know what I'm saying?
Still haven't found it.
So there's that. Next up.
It won't be released. It was pre-order only.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't forget that the Todd McFarlane Kickstarter Spawn came out. I got the autographed version.
Mine's still in the box.
That's fucking gnarly.
I opened the fuck out of mine, bro. Look at that. I just want to lick this and just get like 200,000.
I thought though the box was meant to be opened and resealed without damaging it. I thought
there are tabs in there that you have to break though to get into.
Oh, okay.
Too. So screw that noise. Stay in the
Next
box.
up.
I was scared to do it.
Mike's being a bit unclear on who hooked me up with this, but I got this as a present.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Mike has told me it's from all of y'all in the Excitable crew and the Bad Batch, but nobody else knows about it. So there you go. I think that's dope. Thank you,
Thanks,
Mike.
Mike.
So wait a minute. So there's a transformer that turns into a jet, but this transformer turns into a little green Ford Explorer.
And the T-Rex is a transformer.
I know, but wouldn't you be
And the
mad if
T-Rex is a
you were
transformer.
the
No.
fucking Explorer?
That's a dope ass. Whatever. Next up.
So
Awesome.
bridge.
Mm.
Yeah, I
My
remember
bridge
that.
set, man.
That's pretty
That's
clean.
cool.
That's pretty awesome.
I had to put that up there. And I'm kind of cheating here, but my number one is an experience I had this year. Going to Scarefest, where I got to meet Christina Lease, Felisa Rose.
Oh wow.
Bruh. Michael Berryman.
Not mostly play camp.
All these are hung up in my hallway now. It's my Hall of Fame. Bill Mosley.
Seems like more than one item.
I knew that was funny.
Yeah, it does. Turnabout.
Ted Raimi.
Fair play.
My
He said it was
Ted
the
Raimi.
Been about 6
experience.
pictures.
I just want to point out to everybody that Rockin' Robbie went well over 5 items.
Bruce Campbell.
Yes. Yes.
Kane Hodder.
Damn, dude.
It's an experience I had.
Yeah.
Man. This is my favorite part of the year.
Yeah.
Amelia Kincaid from Night of the Demons.
Well, me buying that record collection was an
Yeah.
experience.
Also from Night of the Demons. The best moment of my life this year was meeting, well, aside from meeting my girlfriend Jamie, but meeting Linnea Quigley.
Good save.
Yeah, right. Well
Yeah,
done.
quickly.
Smart guy.
And I had to get 2 signed by Linnea. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah, that's what I got. You out there in the chat, vote right now. Who had the best feats of strength? Who pins us?
If
We can
for the
end
record, it's 1, 2,
I mentioned I could cheat.
3,
I mentioned I did cheat.
4,
5.
5.
Forward.
I don't care. Don't vote for me, man. I'm disqualified. Vote for whoever.
We love you, Todd.
We love you, Todd. We got to vote for Verno. We got another vote for Verno. That's 2.
Wow.
What the fuck did you show off, Verno? Jesus
Man,
Christ.
I wasn't fucking around, bro.
He should think Yoda.
Some strong
On
books,
that
though.
slideshow.
Sideshow.
3 votes for Verno. Holy shit. 4 votes for Verno. I regret inviting your ass around to the fucking show. Another vote for Verno.
Wow.
It's gonna be a sweep, dog.
Dude, wait a second. I'm looking. Okay, Jelani, you got to vote, but I'm looking real quick here. And Drew's
Hey,
gotta vote.
Drew. Hey.
I'm looking real quick here. I think David
Hey, yo.
Filio, 2 Gun, James, and Twitch. I think they just subscribed to Verno's Substack.
Yeah, a few people. Oh, my Substack.
He's like, Verno showed 5 items, bro.
He did. It's because I'm the most basic bitch. I have the most mainstream shit.
All right, Verno, you fucking win, man.
Mainstream.
won,
Calling it.
Congratulations.
No, they were good
What do I
books.
get? What do I
What you
get?
got, man?
Yeah,
Show,
definitely.
it's just what you got to say, man.
Oh.
You win.
This is your
Everybody-
moment of zen.
I appreciate it. I wish I had my money back for this shit.
God.
But instead, I have all this shit. And now that I've, the best part was quitting the job, though. I'll just say that again. Quit your job. Quit buying shit like this. Quit your job. Find
That's
something.
where you won everybody over, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, quit your job, buy a bunch of shit, and regret it, and then who knows?
That's why all of this shit is from the
You
beginning of the
you
year
ain't
when I
credit
still had a
cards.
job.
All right, you just pinned us, man. So that means that
Well done.
Festivus
bro.
has ended, man. Another one gone. Another one
Another
in the dust. All right. This is our last PCP stream for the year. So final thoughts, Jelani.
Glad to be here. You guys are the best. I mean, I love streams. I love these streams with all of us. You know, it's pretty awesome. And hope to see you guys again 2022 to do this all over again. Very, very fun. Hopefully 2020 22 will be a lot better. A lot better than this one. Hopefully we get better movies and TV shows.
Surely we will, right? We got
Good
Morbius
times.
kicking us off, right?
Yep. Woohoo!
Speaking of Morbius, Brooks, final thoughts.
Well, I know I should take the opportunity to tell the chat how great they are and how much we love them and everything. But you know what? Fuck that. I'm keeping it real. You guys are all right. I'm kidding.
True
I'm kidding, of course.
What the fuck? All right.
How basic.
All right. Everybody stay safe. Shit's coming back around. It's it's gonna impact everything again, probably. But I want you all to be careful and be safe.
Verno.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, dude. It's been an awesome year, dude. I didn't even know any of you guys, and I watched this last year, so it's cool to be part of the PCP Army and all that. It's been dope. It's been an awesome year. I love the community, everybody in the chat. I always say it all the time. Like Travis and all of them, they make it inviting to come hang out in Robbie's chat. And I probably wouldn't be here. I probably wouldn't have hung around if it wasn't for Fable and Travis and Taki, JT, everybody in the chat that makes it a welcome place to come and hang out. So definitely shout out to all y'all, Sheena, all y'all.
Yeah, y'all the best. Y'all the best. Y'all the best.
Thanks,
Now, I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
What is that woman thinking?
I guess it's me.
She's horny.
This year's.
Now, I'd like 2 eggs over hard.
This year's been a little challenging, and everything. So for me, it was definitely worse than 2020. But everything's on the mend right now. I have a pretty positive outlook. Looking forward to seeing, what's going to happen next year and everything. And really appreciate, Robbie and all you guys. This is always a fun experience, and glad I get to, hang out and talk about a bunch of comic books and a bunch of really cool stuff. Just thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know. Looking forward to what's next.
We love you, Brian.
Love you all.
Manny, final thoughts.
Hey, I can't believe that I'm here, that I'm part of the Excitable crew. That's awesome.
You are.
Yeah, like, dude, last year when I came back to YouTube, I couldn't have imagined that, I'd be here chatting with you guys. I've been watching you guys forever. And the Bad Batch and the Backlog Bros, I mean, like, this year I met some of my best friends, and it's just been amazing. So this chat, I know, dude, it's horrible. I haven't shaved in 33 years, bro. This is what I look like. It's horrible. It's horrible. If y'all can,
if y'all can, a really long beard, it's just so translucent that you can't see it.
Exactly. So yeah, no, it's been an amazing year. This is an amazing crew. I love chatting in these live shows, and I just love the live stream experience just in general. Like, TM had an amazing hangout this afternoon, and the Wednesday shows, the Blame Fable show on Sundays is like, I mean, there's just, I don't know, something about live streaming and being able to interact with everybody now the way that we do is just so amazing. So anyway, I'm rambling, but
I love it.
Station.
Amen, brother.
Hell yeah, man. He was born a rambling man.
Absolutely.
Mike, final thoughts. We gotta get him out of the freezer real quick.
Yeah, hold on. Manny, I'll be in your neck of the woods on March 26th at the Varsity Theater. So I don't know what time I'll get there. Probably about 3:00. So
nice. We are hanging out.
He's telling you up front.
Yeah, I don't know what like I said. I have no idea what time I'm getting there. Hopefully, the new variants will not prevent travel. The Mike Matthews tour, aka the Darkness and the Deads, starts in March and goes in April. So check out that schedule. Come find me if you like to. say hi. Hopefully, I get to meet a bunch of the community this time around. So, and maybe I don't know if I'm playing in Cleveland or not, but if we are, I'm going to go find Dylan this time. So,
Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland rocks. It does. Thank you to everybody. It's fun. Like everybody has said, it's fun with the community. Fable, Travis, Big Herm, everybody. Just love hanging out with everybody. Manny's introduced me to a lot of people, and I love doing the toy live streams just to see everybody's collections of what they're into. And it's kind of like you get this action figures, you get models, you get. It's just this huge variety of everything. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in 2022.
Nice. No Twitch. There is no New Year's stream. This is the last stream for PCP of the year. For New Year's, we're actually going to celebrate New Year's this year. Yep. Not like we didn't have fun with y'all last year for the 6-hour stream, but we don't want to do that again. All right. Thank you all so much for the support.
Nice.
I don't know why that eye is so big. I am proud of each and every one of you out there in the chats, in the PCP Army, in the PCP Army Bad Batch, and the crew, the PCP crew, Excitable we are. Remember, wherever you go, there you are. Be excellent to each other. Party on. And whenever you can, and when in doubt, 69 dudes! I realized I forgot Hammer Time Whole Shoe. Hammer Time Whole Shoe.
That's hilarious.
No, I'm done. Fuck you.
Oh my god!
How'd you skip me, man?
Man, it's the order up here is different than the order down here. It's
I
fucking
don't
me up,
care.
man. I don't know what
Did I help
I've never done this.
Didn't I help? Wasn't I one of the founders of the fucking show?
Yes, I'm asking. That's why I stopped the show, bro. This is so unprofessional what I'm doing right now, man. But I'm doing it because I love you. Man.
No, we're done.
Unprofessional is forgetting him, by the way.
You don't know what it's like on this side, man.
I hope for the new year I get a host that fucking cares about me. And
oh my god!
Founder feud.
Hey, guess what? The grievances is already starting up.
Love you, John.